Divorce court. I feel she don't want to marry me, maybe because she's scared.
I feel like I shouldn't just be shacked up in the house just doing nothing. Before I met Tyron, you know, I gave up everything. I had goals and aspirations and all those things too.
I feel things in our relationship has reversed because now I'm the house husband. I'm doing all the cooking and the cleaning.
All I see in my future is me and my career, me making my money.
Communication in our relationship is very one-sided. She does a lot of communicating. I really don't.
It's hard talking to him. It's like I'm talking to a brick wall. Everything has to go his way.
I think the judge needs to tell Tawanda to make her choice whether she wants to marry me or not.
He has a good woman, and if he care about me the way he's trying to cuff me, he might want to slow down and just follow my lead this time around.
Divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Tyron Rivers and Tywanda Fouché. The two of you have been together for 13 years. You were married in 2007, you were divorced in 2008, and you came here to see me to do it. And now you're back again. We're going to start out by figuring out what I told you last time, and then once we see what I told you last time, I'm going to find out what you actually did.
Why in the world are you people considering getting remarried?
The time we were apart, which is about maybe 2.5, 3 years, and us reuniting, she's not the same person. So hopefully in the future, she keep progressing to where we can say I do again. So she has progressed better.
Say something nice about her.
She's beautiful.
Say something nice about who she is.
She's caring.
And Judge, I ask him that all the time. I never could get an answer.
Yes.
I would get you a good mother to our kids. And I'm like, well, that's not saying nothing about me. Why do you want to be with me? I need to know.
I actually genuinely believe we were put on this earth for each other. I actually think we were meant for each other.
Now, Mr. Rivers, do you understand what I was trying to get you to do?
Yes, I do. Yes,
What was I trying to get you to do?
You were trying to get me to appreciate her for who she is and not just find the bad, but actually appreciate my woman more.
Yeah, for who she is as a person.
Yes.
Ms. Fouché, did I tell you to run?
You did.
But you didn't. And here we are again.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. No one's ever apologized before. That's the first. Mr. Rivers, why don't you tell me why you two are making yet another run at it?
Well, I want to let you know I did listen to and adhere to what you told me the last time.
Okay.
And I made changes. And with those changes, I had a conversation with my family, and everything has been good, except now she doesn't want to marry me. So I would love to know exactly why is it now that she doesn't want to marry me after all of the changes that I have made.
Well, tell me what some of those changes are.
Now, I compliment her at all costs, not just physically, but who she is.
You're supposed
I do all of the cooking. I do all of the cleaning. All of the stuff that she said I didn't do at first, now I do. She held over my head that I didn't do this, so this is why we can't get married. I didn't do that. All of those things, now I do, and she still refuses to marry.
That's because I went on strike from cooking and cleaning, so he had no choice but to cook and clean.
Ms. Fouché, have things really changed? And if not, what problems remain?
Well, things have changed. They really have. Like he said, the biggest problem was the family. Well, I thought that was going to be the biggest problem, but obviously I was wrong. So the family and everything is fine. That's perfect. But now he's controlling. That's because you choose to be.
Now I'm a house
But
husband.
he's so controlling. You know, I can't talk to nobody. He don't like the way I dress. It's just a lot of things. I can't be me. He don't want me to be great, Your Honor. That's what it is. He don't want me to be great. That's what I think it is.
That's not.
So you're a house husband currently?
No, I do both. I do the work part, and I'm the house husband without the husband part. That's the bad part. I'm trying to get the husband part added on.
Okay. So what are your current complaints about him? Be specific.
Okay, well, my passion is music. Music, modeling, acting. That's when he met me. That was my thing. So if I have to record, he don't want me in the studio, or he wants to be with me 24/7. If I take business calls, most of the time, you know, it's male dominant in his business. So if I take a phone call from a male or something, I have to talk like I'm investigating him for murder or something. I can't smile, I can't laugh. If I hang up the phone, he's like, you had fun, that's enough of that. And I can't talk, so now I don't take my calls around him. You know, I have to wait time away to take my phone calls, which is crazy. I can't go to the studio You know, and it's like, how I'm supposed to record a record or do anything if I go, with the studio. My modeling, he have a problem with my pics. I like to be sexy. I like to dress sexy. You know, I don't see nothing wrong with that.
I have no issues with what she's doing. She just doesn't like that. All I ask is, I want to know at least who you're going with. A lot of the time, she'll have a studio session, and it'll be midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
So yes, my question to her is, who you going
Who's
with?
there?
Right,
Yeah.
where's the? That's all I want to know. And when she go to the studio, Your Honor, it's like this. Why?
Because this
Why?
is
She
how I
don't have to be
dress.
sexy all the time. It's
Right,
okay
right.
to just be a
Well, I
reserved
could rock
sexy.
a garbage bag and still look sexy, so I don't know what he's talking about.
So why not wear a garbage bag?
You don't want me to do
Mr.
that.
Rivers, let me ask you this. Do you have a problem with the pictures that she takes?
Yes, I do.
Tell me what your concerns are.
My concerns are some of them could be a little raunchy. And on top of that, she went to take her video shoot. When she came back and showed me the video, and I looked at him, I said, you have a little something extra up top showing. Why didn't you tell me? Oh, well, you didn't ask. Well, I asked you how was the video shoot, but she admitted later on she didn't tell me because she knew that I was going to be upset about it.
So
So all that did was make my problem blow
I
up
just
even
go
more.
do what I want to do because if I ask him, he gonna tell me no.
What was going on in the photos?
I have some
Well, let me
pictures.
see. So was there something that was out that wasn't supposed to be out?
Yeah. Yeah.
What you mean? Was it supposed to be out?
Something that I'm supposed to be.
No.
Was it like a Super Bowl moment?
Yes.
No.
Perfect. That's what it was. That's exactly what it was.
He's exaggerating. He's exaggerating. I turned down a magazine deal for him, which I shouldn't.
Tell me about the magazine deal. You
Well, I
turned down
got-
a magazine deal?
Well, it was something I wanted to do. Somebody offered me to be in a magazine. I had to wear a bikini. Now that I told him about it, and he was like, "You're not doing that, this and that and the other." And I was like, "Okay." So my crazy self, turned it down, which I shouldn't have. And this time around, I'm not turning nothing else down. No more. I'm doing what I want to do, and he just got to deal with it.
You're a very pretty young lady. You really are. And these photos are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
They got a little hooch to them, little hoochie. But then again, there's an economic reality behind hoochiness
Yes.
that you have to understand. I mean, if you are within the entertainment field, that's the current milieu. She can't go around looking like a school teacher and expect to get a gig. I mean, it's not like she's posing for Playboy.
She would if they came. Because
But,
that's coming.
but we're not talking about that. We're talking about this right here.
But, Yana, I feel this is the start. I feel if she would do this, it's only a matter of time.
But he met
It's
me
only
like
a
this.
matter-
He met me.
Yeah, that's your fear talking. That's your
Yeah,
fear
he
talking.
met
We're going
me
to get
doing
past
this.
your fear, and we're going to figure out what it is we need to do next.
Foreplay to me is 15 minutes.
Well, you said 30 on paper, but okay.
Yes, sometimes I even go 30. But for this one,
No.
still not enough. She'll ask for 30 minutes. If I give
I
her
don't
30
ask for
minutes,
30
then she'll
minutes. You
ask
don't
for
ask-
an hour.
No, that's the problem. He's ready to work. Ain't no full play. I don't know what he's talking about.
Mr. Rivers, you say that you're a romantic fella
Yes.
that provides plenty of foreplay, but it ain't never enough.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, what?
Explain that.
Yes, it's plenty to me.
Explain that to me.
Foreplay to me is 15 minutes, 15, 20 minutes.
Well, you said
Sometimes-
30 on paper, but okay.
Yeah, sometimes I even go 30. But for this one,
No.
still not enough. She'll ask for 30 minutes. If I give
I
her
don't
30
ask for
minutes,
30
then she'll
minutes.
ask
You don't
for
ask-
an hour.
There's no time.
hour?
for-
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
like-
By the
there's-
time that,
no,
I'm ready to work.
No, that's the problem. He's ready to work. Ain't no full play. I don't know what he's talking about.
So what you say that your sex life isn't about foreplay, it's just too much straight to the business?
That's his. I don't know where he get the romantic foreplay and all that. No, that's not him at all. He's lying.
She is lying.
No, he like to go in, bang, bang, finish doing what he doing, go lay down and act like he really did something. That's what.
Wait,
you know,
that's
what that
not
is.
true. That's not true at all.
That's what that is.
You say that he doesn't take you out on dates anymore.
No,
Why
we
don't
don't.
you tell me about that?
We don't go out. Well, I told him he's boring. I'm the turn up. I like to party. We get there and it's
I'm
like.
reserved, not boring.
Well-
Everything don't have to be hoopla and screaming and loud and big. I'm just reserved. I
Well,
like
if we
to
go
chill
out
in the
to
cut.
eat,
That's
there's
it,
nothing to
that's
talk
all.
about. There was the time we went to the movies. He fell asleep in the movies. Like, I mean, and that was years ago. We don't go out.
I mean, because
he
we
haven't
went
took
to the
me out.
movies after I got off 16 hours overnight that day.
No,
That's
ain't no
why.
16 hours.
Oh, yes, it was.
He don't take me out, so he's lying. That's just not his thing. He like to stay home and play video games all day.
Ms.
That's what he
Fouché,
is.
you've been with this dude forever. You
I
keep
know.
dragging him in and out of divorce court, but you're still with him. What you trying to get done here?
No, well,
Really, what are you trying to get done here?
well, I believe in second chances, so this was his second chance. I don't believe in that 3 times the charm type thing. This is it. If
Well,
he
what
need-
is it you want him to do that he's not currently doing? I can't see. Listen, I love my husband to death, but if you said list 10 things that he does that it gets on your nerves, I got it right there. Boom, boom, boom. He can do the same with me. You guys are just talking past one another. Tell me what the problem is.
I have a list of stuff.
Well,
I don't-
pull a list out then.
A list?
I do. I didn't want to leave nothing out, really. I forgot. So.
Oh,
Let me see. So, all right. Well, he's a procrastinator. So I need to stop procrastinating. He need to get down to business. We have a Christmas tree in the back of his truck from last year. A Christmas tree.
Is the Christmas tree still in the back of the
Lie
truck?
if you want.
yes, it is. But wait. But the battery on the truck is dead.
That have
That's
nothing to
why
do with
it's
your
there.
hands getting the Christmas tree. And the battery wasn't dead last year around Christmas time when you should have threw the Christmas tree out when the people was coming around picking the tree up. That's still there. It's little things like that. I'm like, just do what you're supposed to do, and I wouldn't have to get nobody else to do it.
Okay.
That's the second time.
I'm going to take a moment, give you an opportunity to look at your list again, and you better
Okay.
come out with something better than the Christmas tree in the back of the truck. That's all I got to say.
I think she kind of embarrassed of me. If you look at all her social media sites, if you go down all of the pictures, you'll see everybody on there but me. Everybody.
You don't like that she's flashy. Are you insecure? Do you believe that she might go elsewhere if she flashes too much in the wrong direction? How would you feel if your partner never posted any photos of you? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. You say the family does not come first with her. Explain to me what you mean by that.
I mean, her brand. Her brand is what comes first to her. Anything that goes on around her is okay long as her brand is getting enhanced
My brand
from
is
it.
the equivalent of you with your video games. We can't go, if we have plans to go somewhere, everybody have to wait. We all dressed up sitting on the bed waiting because he's still in the first quarter, second quarter. We gotta wait till he's done to do anything.
That's not true. But sometimes,
That is true. You're lying.
I can be relaxing all day. We don't have nothing to do. All of a sudden, I get on the game. Soon as I get on the game, the first time I get on it, all of a sudden, I'm about to go run to the store. We all going.
How do you guys make money? Who's working?
I am.
He's the
You're
breadwinner.
working?
Yes.
What do you do?
I work for probation and parole for the state.
Oh, okay, so you're a probation officer.
Yes.
And what are you doing? Are you pulling in money or are you just working on getting ready to pull in money? Which is legit, though. I mean, because you got to work up to it. Is that what you're doing?
Well, I pull in money when I do my shows when he lets me, but not no more because I'm doing what I want to do. But yeah, so I'm in the entertainment industry and I'm also in school for teaching, which that's what he supports to the fullest. He want me to be a teacher.
I support her to the fullest.
No, you don't.
Everything she does, including with the business, with school, I'm the one who does
As
it.
long as he's there 24/7 to watch me.
No,
That's what he
The thing
wants.
is, again, she doesn't acknowledge. I think she's kind of embarrassed of me. If you look at all her social media sites, if you go down all of the pictures, you'll see everybody on there but me. Everybody.
Because my social media is for
even
my
went
brand, my
ring shopping.
business.
We went ring shopping, and guess what? I bought a wedding ring for myself. When I asked her to get one for her, no. I also said, we went ring shopping, and I said, hey, why don't we go to the store and get you a ring? She said, okay, I want a custom ring. I said, okay, no problem. We go to the store, and then I thought about it. I said, okay, so you also wanted a new car. So this is what I'll do. And it was kind of a test.
He playing
I said,
the
do you want a
victim.
car? I said, do you want a car first? Or do you want to get the ring first? I mean, because we're not going to get both
Can't
of
do
them.
both.
Right. She chose the car. And I didn't say anything. And I stayed true to my word and I bought the car. But subconsciously, even till I still think she chose the car over marrying me.
Not the first time around.
The first time
The
around.
first time around I married, you had your chance. You messed up. That's not my fault. That's
So you're
your
still
fault.
holding me to 5 years ago.
But you had me as a wife. You had me. That's why you got to appreciate things when you have it.
You don't like that she's flashy. That's what I'm coming up with.
He's a hater.
You don't like that she's flashy. Are you insecure? Do you believe that she might go elsewhere if she flashes too much in the wrong direction?
No.
Yes,
No, I don't think that. I want her to be held to the same standard she holds me. I go out with my cousin for his party. He turned up with me for my birthday, so I said, okay, I'm gonna return the favor. Told her, I said, okay, I'm going out with my cousin to enjoy a party,
That's not- you don't even
have
go
a
out.
party.
That's not even
so
his
we
thing.
go. She sends a text. Are you at a club?
Let me tell no, this what happened.
Let him finish.
I said, are you at a club? Yes. Why? Because you didn't tell me you was going to a club. You told me you was going here. So obviously one of her friends
Saw
me in the club and so I immediately left. But yet she's going to Atlanta. When she's in Atlanta, oh, I have a gig to do in Atlanta I'm in this club. So that's fine, but when I go somewhere, it's a problem.
It's a problem.
Right.
Ms.
That's
Fouché,
not
what do you
true.
have to say about that?
Well, that incident right there, he told me he was going one place. So, of course, when I look on social media, he's somewhere else. So, yeah, I'm going to check him on it. So I asked him, I was like, I thought you said you were going here. He was like, oh, well, yeah, but now we're here. And I said, okay, cool. That's fine. I left that alone.
My exact
I left
words,
it
I'm going
alone.
turn up with my cousin. That was my exact, I didn't tell her no
his
place I was
exact
going.
words was he was going to a certain place, taco place, where you get tacos and drinks. That's where they were going. That's what he said.
And he
so
ended up someplace else.
At a club.
At a club.
Yeah, and that's what happened. So yeah, I checked him on it.
I'm gonna take all this in, but at the end of the day, what you want me to do is get her to marry you.
Or tell me why she don't want to marry me.
Or tell you why she doesn't
Rather
want to
than
marry.
chasing the stars all
Well,
around.
let's find out about that together. Under what conditions would you remarry your ex-spouse? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. I do not know what you children are talking about. You're out here, I asked for a list of things that are wrong. All I get, he's got the Christmas tree in the back of the car, and he's trying to block your shine. That's about it. That's all I heard.
That's the moral of
You're
the story.
trying to tell me you want to marry her. Do you have any children together?
Yes, 3.
3.
3 children. You need to go on and marry the boy. This is crazy. The ship is set. He's acting right, isn't he? I mean, if that is the whole list of things that are wrong with him, you need to go on and marry him, because it don't get any better than that.
Well-
It's never perfect.
Can you tell him let me be great then? He don't want me to be great.
Oh,
He blocking everything. He don't want me to work. He don't want me to be
Miss
around
Fouché, he
people.
ain't doing nothing to you.
Yes,
he
he
ain't
is.
blocking your shine. He ain't stopping your life.
No.
He is not standing in your way. He's not keeping you from doing anything. He might be a convenient excuse for the reason why you haven't blown up like you believe you should have, but that is it, and that is all. This brother loves you. He's working. You got 3 kids with him. You're living with him. I told you to run from him last time. You didn't do it. I don't care. Listen. If I were you, I'd go on and marry him, because you're not going to leave him anyway. Complain to him. Bother him. Upset him. Make him mad. Keep him occupied. Whatever you need to do. But don't y'all come back here no more, because I don't want to see you. This matter's adjourned.
After all these years, I know it's been a long time, but really I'm just trying to put my career first. That's the only thing that's on my mind. Marriage is not on my mind at all right now. I gave up everything in the beginning. Now it's all about me.
I'm gonna give her the next 4 years. By the time I'm 35, for her to say yes to marry me, or I'm leaving.
Today on Divorce Court.
Not sure that I can trust Deontay.
There has been issues with social media previously, but I'm not on that wave anymore.
The sex isn't enjoyable.
It's not for lack of trying. When it comes to the bedroom, I play mind games with myself, thinking that I'm not able to please her how she wants to be pleased.
I am the one you get it right with. Right now, I'm just not sure if our relationship can go further.
divorce court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Kiana Roebuck and Deontay Wren. The two of you have been together for a year. Mr. Wren and Ms. Roebuck, you want to make it through to the end, I guess. You want to get it together, but you're having a difficult time with it, so I gave you my compatibility test so we can see what's going on. Ms. Roebuck, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why we're here today?
Okay, well, we're here because I do not trust Deontay, and I do not believe anything he says to me. When we first started out, he was very open and honest. He had a situation where he thought he may be the father of another woman's child. Turned out that he wasn't, but because he was so open and honest with me initially, I just felt like this is someone that I could give it a shot with because he's open, he's honest. We were able to communicate immediately.
Okay.
But soon after, I found out that maybe I shouldn't trust him as much as I did. Because after us dating for a few weeks, I felt like, you know, I'll just focus more on him, and I decided to delete my dating app. And while I was online deleting my dating app, guess who was online? Deontay. So I asked him about it. He said he just went to check about it or whatever, but we never pressed the issue too much. We just agreed to get rid of all of our dating apps.
Okay.
And that was just it. We were messaging about something, and I didn't receive the message. So he told me he would send me a screenshot of the message. And when he sent the screenshot, at the very top left corner, like on an iPhone, if you send a screenshot and you don't exit out of your previous app, it'll show the app that you were on
what you're
at
on,
the very top corner. Guess what he had at the very top corner?
Dating app.
A dating app. So I just texted him back and I was like, oh, so you're on dating apps now? And he was like, no. Why would you ask me that? Not knowing that I could see it on the screenshot. So I was just pretty much like, you're an idiot. Clearly, it's on the text message. So from that point,
Mr. Wren, would you care to respond to that?
One of my good friends that I was living in Virginia with had sent me a profile of a young lady that he was checking out, and this is one of the apps that I did not delete off my phone, to be honest, yes. I still had it on my phone, but I wasn't actively using it.
Does that sound believable?
Stop. So you weren't checking it for yourself. You were trying to check out this woman that your friend said he's dating. Okay.
Correct. So once he sent it to me, you click on it, it takes you directly to it, and it was still open. And like she said, on the top left corner, you can see whichever app it is that you don't exit out.
I hear now a little suspect. I'm not. But anything else that would lead one to believe he's doing anything wrong?
Going forward, we got over that. Took it for what he said, even though it isn't believable. And he ended up moving to Atlanta. We ended up moving in together. And one night, probably around 11 or so, I noticed his phone was going off. It had been ringing periodically, so I felt that was unusual. So I put on my little detective coat, and I asked him to use his phone. And I went through the phone, and I saw that a girl had been texting him. So they had been texting about meeting up together to see each other, and his last message to her was, "I'm all yours." Keep in mind, the following day when he planned to meet up with her, I was going to be at work, and he was going to have my car. He denied and said that he had no intentions on meeting up with her. He didn't have interest in her whatsoever, but from the text message record, it seemed like they had a connection because he spoke that they had a connection.
Did you say "I'm all yours" to somebody? And if so,
Yes,
what did that mean?
In the sense that, you know, I'm free. I'm all free. I'm available that day. And to clear something up, she did not ask to use my phone. I was in the shower for a very long time, and she decided
That's
to use
not what
my
happened.
phone.
I used your. I asked
Were you planning to meet up with this young lady?
I was not. I was just entertaining the
reason he didn't
situation.
meet up with her-
Entertaining the situation.
Yes,
what does that
ma'am.
mean?
Just text messaging.
To what were you referring when you said "I'm all yours"?
Meaning that I am available Tuesday
what?
to meet up.
For what?
Nothing in particular, because I wasn't planning to actually meet this woman.
Can I please say something? Can I please say something? Please let me speak.
No, wait a minute. Now, come on. Let that settle in for a second, Mr. Mayor. You see what I'm seeing, right?
I actually see.
You see it?
He's
I don't
confident.
even have to mention it. What, Ms. Roebuck?
Okay. I almost forgot what I was going to say, but it came right back to me. So he led me to believe that he's the type of person that his character shows when he says something, he follows through what he's going to say. But in reference to what he's trying to say, that he wasn't really going to go see her, the reason he didn't go see her is because he got caught.
Right.
And I saw the message. So then he switched it to I never have any attention. So now I'm just thinking, like, what if I never would have went through the phone? I never would have saw it, and he would have been gone in my car being all hers.
Incorrect.
You know, your story is threadbare.
Yes, ma'am.
So do you just want to let it alone before it unravels entirely?
I mean, no, that's what it is exactly what it is. I wasn't planning to.
But you were
actually
leading
meet
her to believe that you
I
would meet her
was.
for what purpose? Why would you lead her to believe that you were going to meet with
Just
her when you
entertaining.
had no intention?
I had
Just
no
to entertain
intention.
yourself.
I didn't even have gas money to go anywhere. So I didn't plan to do anything. It was never in my heart to go anywhere, to meet up with anybody.
I'm getting dizzy. Let's just move on.
I wasn't able to take care of certain things that I feel as a man of the household should be able to take care of. I felt the shame and belittled as well. I can't please someone when I'm not even being the person that they want.
When you
and I
say
want to be.
belittle, why don't you tell me in what manner did she belittle you? So tell me about the absence of intimacy in your relationship with Mr. Wren.
Okay, so first, I just want to say this. I am extremely attracted to him. I'll give you a second to take a look.
I don't need all that. Go ahead.
From his head to his toes, he's attractive to me. So I want to get it on all the time. He is like, it just doesn't happen. He has told me before that he's too tired, he's too busy, and I just feel like the way that I feel towards him, I don't care if I'm tired. I do it while I'm asleep.
I'm with you. I got you. We're on the same page. We're on the same page. Mr. Wren, to the extent you feel comfortable, would you care to respond to her concerns?
Yes, I definitely will. And I want to say I am extremely attracted to this woman right next to me. This is my queen. This is my love. I love her more than ever. I'm more than physically attracted to her. I'm mentally and spiritually attracted to her. And that's not the issue.
He says all that, but doesn't.
Stop. Mr. Wren?
That's not the issue. The issue when it is about us intimacy is that I feel like outside of the house, I hadn't been taking care of my priorities and being the man that I'm supposed to be and handling things that I feel like I should be handling. So it made me feel like my manhood was less than what it should have been. So in the bedroom, I psyched myself out to feel as though I'm not pleasing her the way I should be because I'm not being the man that I want to be.
I'm almost with you, but not quite sure.
Because he made it up.
Why do you think you're not quite the man you ought to be in your greater life, in life in general?
Well, the issue that we had been experiencing was finance and things of that sort, and I wasn't able to take care of certain things that I feel as a man of the household should be able to take care of. And I felt the shame and belittled as well. And I can't please someone when I'm not even being the person that they want.
When you
and I
say
want to be.
belittled, why don't you tell me in what manner did she belittle you?
She didn't.
Oh.
I did to myself. I'm telling myself that I'm not doing this. I can't do this for her. I'm not good enough.
So that translated into an inability to perform sexually because you felt less than manly.
Yes, ma'am.
In your day-to-day life. What do you believe you failed at?
Failed at being the head of the household and taking care of what should be taken care of, bills, etc.
Is she the primary breadwinner?
At the time being, she was.
But not now.
Not currently.
Yeah. And has your sex drive returned?
It has.
Is that true? Yeah, I see what's happening, and I think I know what's going on there, but I want to move the ball forward because my understanding, Mr. Wren, is you have a huge problem with her attitude.
When I get mad, I just want to walk away and don't deal with it, don't talk, because I know it's going to get crazy.
She'll tell me, leave. I don't want you here. I'm going to call the police. I'm going to call someone so you won't be here. And then
Do you do all that?
Does your employment status ever affect your sex drive? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Mr. Wren, you have a huge problem with her attitude. Tell me what the problem is.
Well, Your Honor, I love Kiana, and I love her how she is. She's a great person. She has a big personality, very big personality. She's a strong woman. But there's times where she can take certain things, whether very small or whatever it may be, and it can escalate into something very major. Even if it could be anything.
Give me an example of something she took out of proportion.
A lot of times I might say something and she'll hear what she wants to hear from what I said, but not exactly what I said. Like, I'm telling her that she looks good, but I'm not saying it how she wants me to say it.
Can I speak to my attitude? Because I can tell you exactly why I have an attituve, when I have the attitude, and
okay, Ms. Roback, you tell me about your attitude.
I get mad. I'm really, really passionate about every emotion I have, whether I'm sad, whether I'm happy, whether I'm mad. If I'm mad, I'm mad. If I'm sad, I'm sad. If I'm happy, I'm happy. So if you are lying and not keeping promises and fulfilling things, I'm just not going to be in a happy state of mind. For instance, I threw his clothes out of the house and set them on the porch I think we were arguing about finances at one time, and I just got so mad that when I get mad, I just want to walk away and don't deal with it, don't talk, because I know it's going to get crazy. So what he does is follow me around the house trying to talk to me, and I'm like, leave me alone. I do not want to talk to you. I am mad at you because we have this issue. And then when I tell him that, it's like all the communication ceased, he don't want to talk no more. So now I'm real mad because I gave in and spoke to you and you don't have nothing else to say. So I'm mad. So I have to do whatever I can do to release that anger. So,
and that means putting his clothes out on the
That means putting his
front
clothes
lawn.
out, stabbing up his clothes because I can't find the scissors.
Do those things happen?
Yes, I mean, she'll tell me, leave. I don't want you here. I'm going to call the police. I'm going to call someone so you won't be here. And then
Do you do all that?
I do.
I'll leave and I'll leave and I'll go get in the car and I'll sit around in the neighborhood, and then she'll be like, oh, so you left? Well, then don't come back. But I didn't want to deal with the police. I didn't want to deal with any physical altercation with anyone. So that's why I left. And I didn't leave because I wanted to.
You were trying to
left
remove yourself from the possibility of
anything
danger
else.
and problems. Ms. Roebuck, do you want to get married? Is he that guy?
Okay, so honestly, my heart and my spirit, I feel like he is. I have faith in change. But with the examples and the thing, realistically, it's just like he keeps letting me down. Just doing things, letting me down. One instance, I asked him he had my car every day, could you pick my daughter up from school? He told me he agreed to pick her up. I ended up getting a call from the school. No one was there to pick her up. Before it was time to pick her up, I had talked to him. And maybe an hour, 30 minutes had passed. No one picked her up. I'm calling him, texting him, calling him. No response. He told me he was asleep and his phone was dead. I don't believe it. It just doesn't make sense.
Mr. Wren, did that occur?
Yes, ma'am, that occurred. Never told her my phone was dead, but I was asleep. And that's
You just didn't pick up her child?
No, I didn't. It's not that I just didn't pick up her child. I was late to picking up her child.
You didn't pick her up. I had someone else pick her up.
When I woke up and I was
up.
headed to pick her up, she told me, don't go. I'll just find somebody else to do it.
No, I had already found someone else to do it. Because I had been calling
late ain't workable when you're picking up a kid.
Correct.
It's not about, you can't just leave him out in the front of the building. I think I know what's happening here. I think I know what the problem is. And I have a recommendation for both of you.
What would you do if your partner was prone to temper tantrums? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Ms. Roebuck, I'm gonna say this to you. The sex ain't right, the money ain't right. He doesn't look after the most important thing in your life correctly. I couldn't, you don't pick up my kid, you gonna have to bail me out. You say his money ain't right, I'm not looking to support no dude. You say the sex ain't good, well, if it ain't good in the first year, woo! Right? You keep trying to make something, if all that stuff ain't right, I don't see what you're doing. When I ask you if he's the dude, I didn't get what I got from him. I think she's the woman for you, but I don't think you feel that way. You were like, You know what I'm saying? Women are always, well, I got this guy, and I got it, it ain't right. It's not what I need. He doesn't give me what I want, but let me try to make it work for some reason that I cannot discern. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's as if you're better off having a bad dude than having no dude at all. Don't make your decisions based upon that. If he can come correct with the love, if he can come correct with your kid, if he can come correct with the not other women, then you consider him. But why put up with all of this not coming correct when you don't think, wow, like he's the dude? You know what I'm saying? Mr. Wren, if you want to keep her, you know what you need to do.
Yes, ma'am.
And that's all up to you. You have to come up like Superman. You can't just say, well, I'm not this and I'm not that. You know what I mean? You have to present in a way that you don't look like you're traveling with other women. You're not entertaining what other people are doing. You got to come at her and keep coming at her with the love and the want and the desire. You got to chase her down with all of that want in order for you to be that dude.
Yes, ma'am.
You with me? That's your option. That's what your options are. It's not we're living together and it's all jacked up and we need to make it work. You gotta date each other. Everybody gotta do what they need to do to get what they want, and then you make a determination as whether or not this is the cat for you, or whether or not you can make her the guy. You could make her your own, but you got to step up your game because it's light and it's tired.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
your excuses sound good. You're real good at that. You talk a good game, but it ain't right. A woman knows when it's right. And it's not right, and you know it. Just a matter of the game.
I feel confident that I will be able to save this relationship. I love her more than ever, and I feel like she does love me the same. I just have to prove it and show her by my actions and no words at all.
Our lease is up in 3 months, and in 3 months, nothing changes, it's a wrap.
On Divorce Court today. She is pregnant and works 3 jobs. She's a college student, a healthcare worker, and an exotic dancer. Jessica and Justin met, flirted, and married fast. But now she's not sure if she can rely on him to keep a job. Jessica Salters and Justin Salters have brought their dispute for Judge Lynn Toler to resolve. Testimony in Divorce Court starts now.
Mr. and Mrs. Salters, you two have been married for a while, but you are going to call it a day. You want some money from damages that were done to the apartment, and we're going to talk about that momentarily. But before we do, Ms. Salters, I'm going to start with you and ask you, I mean, you're young. You're what, 23?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember 23. How did you get? So you've been married how long?
A year and a half.
A year and a half?
Yeah.
Tell me how you met him, how you got involved, and why you got married so young.
I met him, he delivered my furniture.
Okay.
That's how we met. He delivered one set of some temporary furniture at first, and then I thought he was attractive, and I
Don't
didn't
tell
really...
me you ordered more just so you could see him.
No.
Oh, good.
No.
I was worried.
They didn't have the furniture that I wanted at first, so they gave me some temporary
I don't
furniture.
need the play-by-play on the furniture. kind of fast forward me to.
Okay. I had run into him a couple more times. The first time that I had met him and he delivered the first furniture, he kind of flirted and smelled something that I was cooking and joked around and said that he was going to come back for dinner. He didn't come, which was fine. I didn't expect him to. And I ran into him again. Another dinner conversation came up. This time I blew him off. Like, it didn't matter. And then a third time when he delivered my furniture, I actually was not there. My relative was there. And she had said something to him along the lines of, my cousin thinks you're attractive. She wants your number. He wrote it down. I called him a few days later, and he never left.
And he never left. Are you serious?
Yeah.
So how many times had you seen him? 3, 4?
4 times.
Four times. And on the 4th time, just delivering furniture. Wasn't over there having a meaningful conversation with you or nothing. 4 times delivered furniture, boom, moved in. Is that pretty much what happened?
Yes, we had some meaningful conversation
during
that time.
the deliveries.
After the delivery.
After the deliveries.
Through text messages.
What is your biggest problem now that is ending your marriage?
I feel like Mr. Salters is not dependable. Every time we get into an argument, he's quick to leave. We have a 4-year-old daughter that we're raising together, and her reaction is, oh, Dad's mad. He's just going to leave. He'll be back. And
How long does he leave for?
Sometimes days, sometimes weeks. It's kind of...
Do you have a tendency to leave the house during arguments?
I do. I get frustrated, and I decide to leave, and intentions to probably break up, but it's not really what I want to do.
So you mean to tell me you intend to break up every time you have an argument, you leave with that in mind, and then, well, maybe not, and come back?
Well, not necessarily like that. We have a kind of, it goes its ways. It's like we'll have weekly arguments, and then after about 5 or 6 of arguments, then we get into one really big argument, and then that's when I decide to go because the communication is not there. She holds stuff in, balls it in, and then once I forget to take the trash out,
it all
this hits the flame. All of it hits the fan.
It all explodes. Ms. Salter, she says he says you hang on to anger and hurt and let it all ball up and explode. Is that accurate?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's why he leaves, because he can't respond to 6 months worth of issues in one argument.
Overwhelmed
by it. And we're going to talk about that momentarily, but before we do, Ms. Salters, I want to talk to you about your profession. He doesn't like it. What do you do?
During the day, I am a private in-home care professional.
Giver,
During the night, I dance.
You're an exotic dancer?
Yes.
Okay. And were you doing that when you met him?
Yeah.
Okay. Is your problem with that really big?
It more boils down to when she comes home intoxicated and wants to pick an argument with me, and then it leads into the next day.
Well, what do you people argue about?
Finances, and for the most part, I feel like he just doesn't want me to do it anymore because I have been doing it a long time. Mm-hmm. However, he's not doing nothing to change it. He's not working. He's not taking, I go to school and I have 2 jobs and I'm raising the baby and take care of home. He's not doing anything to take me out of it. So unless you're doing something about it, hush.
Mr. Salter, she says she's going to school, she has 2 jobs, and she is the primary child caregiver. Is that accurate?
That is true.
Well, what are you doing?
Unfortunately, I have some tax issues that I have to fulfill and get taken care of. That's why I haven't been able to get into school and try to get financial aid, because they want proof of me paying taxes for the jobs when I did work.
Mm-hmm. So why don't you get another job?
I am looking for another job, actually. I've been working with the temp service for, it was temporary. They haven't called me in a week, but other than that, I have been making progress.
Are you the primary? The fact you don't have a job and you're not in school, and I get that. Do you take care of the house?
I mean, in the beginning, I did have an issue with my help around the house.
Right.
But I've been coming more out and helping, taking the trash out, cooking, keeping the kids clean, doing everything I have to.
You know, it's interesting when people say I'm helping or I'm doing. Helping means I do as much as I can. Doing means I do whatever needs to be done.
well,
I think you're helping and not doing. Am I accurate?
Yes, he is getting better than
He's
what
getting
he was.
better. And I appreciate
Yes.
that, and I'm sure she appreciates that. But you have to see that as your primary gig. And I think it's difficult for men sometimes because they do feel less than when they do women's work, which, you know, wow, get over that. But it has real value and meaning.
Right.
And for you to see a woman go to school and have 2 jobs and you don't have it together when you get home, I think your manhood should shrivel up on that one.
Next, how did Jessica find out that the witness to their wedding was really one of Justin's ex-girlfriends? If the ink on your marriage license is barely dry, but you're ready to call it quits, call toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or visit our website at divorcecourt.com. Become a fan at facebook.com/divorcecourt. Real people, real conflict, real judgments. Divorce Court continues.
Mrs. Salters, I understand you have a distressing tale to tell about your wedding day.
I invited 2 guests to go and be a witness, so did he. 2 of my witnesses were my friends. His 2, I was under the impression that was just somebody that, you know, was close to him. It turns out that the woman who was there was not just somebody who was close to him, who meant something to him. It was a woman who he was intimate with before me. Mind you, he didn't tell me this before we got married. I just found this out 2 months ago.
Did you bring an ex to witness your wedding?
I did, but it was short notice. There was some person that that was real. I mean, she was close to me regardless. And it was short notice. I needed somebody to witness. I didn't have, all my other friends were busy at work. And
I got it.
but also at the same time.
Why did you marry so quickly?
That I don't know. I mean, because judging by the way things have gone, days prior to us getting married, which was days after my birthday, she slept with somebody else and lied to me about it before we got married.
Now, how long did you know each other before you got married?
5 months.
5 months, but you had already moved in by then.
Yes.
Correct? And you found out that she slept with somebody else just before the wedding?
Yes.
Days before?
Days. My birthday's on the 13th of March. We got married on the 21st of March. I wanted to spend my birthday with her and my daughter, and she had an issue with about past females or whatnot. So I told her, I mean, if we're not going to hang out for my birthday and this is what you want to do, I'm going to drop you back off at home. At that time, I was staying at a friend's house because we had split up at that time. She said, if you drop me off at home, then we're done. So I dropped her off at home. I went home. We ended up talking within a few days later, and then I came back over. We talked about it, talked about the situation some more, and decided we wanted to get married. She asked me, did I sleep with anybody else in the time that we were not together? I said no, which was true. I asked Ms. Salters. She said no, which was a lie that she told me January that she slept with this man days before we got married.
Is that true, Ms. Salters?
Yes, but in my defense, it was in one of his spurs of leaving. So at that point, I was fed up then, before we got married. But how we ended up married, I don't know.
Whose idea was it to get married?
Before I allowed him to come back in the house, he said, you know, I don't want to lose you. You're important in my life. I can't wait to marry you. And I said, yeah, right. If that was the case, we'll go tomorrow. And he said, well, let's go tomorrow. So we did.
So you did it on a dare, almost.
Pretty much.
It was just like, oh, listen, you know, I'm going to show you. And next thing, you guys are shuffling down the aisle. And now you don't have any children together yet.
No.
But you're pregnant.
Yes.
You say that he watches a lot of porn, Mrs. Salters. Is that true? You said in your petition that he looks at porn with women that don't look anything like you and they have a particular type, and you think that he likes a type other than you.
I mean, he watches everything, Asian, black, everything but my race, which I'm Hispanic. So I feel like, what is he looking in these women that I'm not giving him? Because he gets a lot of goodness. So
Mr. Salters, you're multi-ethnic, multiracial porn watcher. Why don't you talk about that? And she has some problems with there. There are no Hispanics included.
Well, she does not watch the porn with me, so she doesn't know what I'm watching. I watch a lot of porn a lot of various porn, which black, white, Mexican, Asian, Ethiopian.
It's just got to be.
Long as they're not fat, it's not gay, and they're not doing no bondage or none of that craziness. I don't do that kinky stuff now. But
You just like that good old wholesome porn. I understand.
When divorce court continues, did Justin's mistake almost leave Jessica choking on her own blood?
Do you agree with Jessica that Justin was wrong to bring an ex-girlfriend to be a witness at their wedding? Call 1-800-282-1991 to vote now and see if America agrees with your opinion. You'll also receive some valuable offers.
If you would like your case heard on Divorce Court, call us toll-free at 1-877-311-2222 or log on to our website at divorcecourt.com and join the conversation on Twitter at Divorce Court. Divorce Court continues.
You wrote something in your petition about you falling asleep after having wisdom teeth taken out. Would you explain to me why that was so important to you? That you needed to convey it to me?
Basically, my wisdom teeth had to be pulled out, like, immediately. Within 2 days, I had went to the dentist on one day, then they had scheduled my surgery the next day. They pulled out the teeth, whatever. I'm anemic, so the doctor gave him specific instructions. Pay attention to her when she goes home and falls asleep. You want to make sure that she doesn't drown in her own blood or something of that sort. Well, the night before my surgery, he couldn't sleep. For whatever reason, doesn't matter. When I got home from the dentist, I went straight to sleep. I wake up from my daughter tapping me and telling me, Mommy, you're bleeding, you're bleeding. I woke up with blood all around my face. And I was choking on the gauze that was in my mouth. I woke up, he slept next to me instead of taking care of me.
Well, I'd ask you to respond to that, but there's really not much you can say, is there?
no, not really.
You just kind of fell asleep.
Just fell asleep. I didn't get much sleep last night. I'm a night owl, and I don't sleep much at night anyway.
You weren't up doing porn, were you?
No, I wasn't. No, I was not watching porn.
You know, you have to adjust your habits to accommodate the situation. And if you know she's going into surgery, you get a good night's sleep because you got to be, a caretaker the next day. You got to take that kind of thing seriously. You know what I mean?
Yes. And actually, I fell asleep early that night, and I woke up, and then I couldn't go back to sleep.
For the first 4 months of my first son's life, I never got more than 3 hours sleep a night, but I never missed it. I never missed nothing. You know what I mean? I got up, even when I was exhausted and tired, I always got up. You gotta get up when you have a job to do, whether you're tired or not. Miss one night's sleep, come on now. Listen, because you guys were so young, looking in here to end a marriage, I gave you a compatibility test to figure out, just to see if I could see anything interesting. Not really, but you used the phrase negative assumptions 1, 2, 3, 4 times. Why didn't you explain that to me?
She has a lot of negative assumptions. Say I'm up on the computer looking for jobs, and we have an argument. She'll come in there and say, well, what are you going to do? You're going to be in here all night? So, why can't you just ask me if I'm going to come to bed soon and not start an argument versus coming at me sideways?
I got you.
It's just, it's not necessary. And it happens quite often.
She always assumes, she never gives you the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
She always assumes you're doing something negative or inappropriate without first inquiring as to what's going on. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
Ms. Salter, you had a response to that?
I do. I can give an example. A lot of times he walks around with an attitude or angry demeanor, and I'll ask him, like, why are you angry? And he'll turn around, I'm not angry. Like, yes, you are. And he gets upset because he feels like I'm always thinking he's angry. But if you have an angry, negative attitude about everything, then I'm gonna automatically assume.
No, sometimes I'll have a bad day and I'll just want to be left alone.
Bad day. Now explain that to me. You're not working. You're watching a lot of porn. How bad can your day be?
I'm not watching porn that much. I only watch porn when I don't get it, but that's the topic. But anyways,
you punched a hole in the wall once because that's what she's suing over. Why don't you explain to me why you punched that hole in the wall?
That was from her bottling stuff in and then blowing up on me for one minor thing.
Judge Lynn Toler's ruling next. Divorce Court. Judge Lynn Toler's ruling right now.
Guys, I know what the problem is. First of all, let's talk about what you're here for. You're here because you don't think you're going to get your deposit back from the apartment. Once you guys leave, he's punched a hole in the wall, and you've got to pay for that, and the deposit is $300. Do you deny at all punching that hole in the wall?
I do not, but at the same time, I'm in groundskeeping with the temp service that I work with, which I can get that fixed.
For a lot less than $300?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to talk about that momentarily. Before we do, I'm going to say this to you. Divorce or no divorce, the two of you are going to have a child together. So you guys have to learn how to communicate a little better. Ms. Salters, let me say this to you. What you have to learn to do is how not to have the argument by standing your ground. This is what I want. This is what concerns me. We think, why doesn't he know? He don't know because he don't know. You have to tell guys stuff. And if you don't want something, you tell him you don't want it. And when she speaks to you about her needs and her wants, what are you going to do, Mr. Salters?
Listen.
Yeah. And in order to get the result that you want from the woman that you're with, you're going to have to give the woman that you're with what she needs. And what she needs is to be heard, A, and 2, not to be afraid to be able to say something to you that you don't agree with. And I think a lot of false okayers are afraid to say they're not okay because they're afraid of your reaction. I don't really know, but that's just a good guess. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? It's over the top. And it causes static in your head. Also, quit making abrupt decisions. The abrupt decision to move the furniture man in with you after four deliveries of furniture, the abrupt decision to marry, getting pregnant, leaving the house, gonna go away, have sex with somebody else. You guys are thinking like 14-year-olds and you're living lives of grown people. You got a kid on the way and you can't stop that. You're the one that caused the damage. You're going to get to fix it in the way you want. She may lose her deposit, so she's going to get the $300. $300 in favor of Ms. Salters. It is so ordered.
Justin agrees to fix the damage in their apartment, and Jessica agrees with the judge that she needs to stand up for what she wants. Post a comment or submit your case at divorcecourt.com or call toll-free 1-877-311-2222. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at Divorce Court.
Today on Divorce Court.
Tim freaking ruined our marriage because he doesn't remember the next day what he said or did.
I think Lakeisha's cheating on me because she's sneaky. Well, I hired your cell phone. I don't even know what her cell phone ringer sounds like.
I think he's a sex addict because he's constantly on porn sites. He's always asking me for threesomes.
Instead of talking, she likes to yell and scream.
And it's either his way or no way.
I would like to be with Lakeisha. I love her, but right now it's hard to say.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Lakeisha Rye and Timothy Taylor. The two of you have been together for 8 years, married for 5, and you have 1 child together, and you each have children from previous relationships. Mr. Taylor, you back again.
Yes, ma'am.
I saw you, different woman, different marriage.
Yes, yes.
But he was here before. And
So I've heard.
before we go forward, I want everybody to see what we did the last time Mr. Taylor brought a wife to divorce court.
Well, we're in the process of making love. He told me that I'm his main girl, but I'm not his only girl. Yeah.
I did tell her that, but at the same time, it was time to end the charade. It was too much going on in my life. I had too many women I was juggling, trying to hide from her. And it just got too hard. I just had to call it quits.
Don't you feel awfully small behind that?
No, I don't, Your Honor. I don't feel bad about it at all.
You don't feel badly about
No, I
hurting
don't.
someone like that at all? Someone who had done nothing but love and care and pay your bills. You hurt her terribly at a very, very vulnerable moment, and you don't feel badly about it at all.
I didn't really know that I didn't want to be with her until I met the person that I'm with now.
Whoa. Is she the person you were with then?
Yes, she is.
At that now?
Yes, she is.
No. No, Your Honor, I'm not.
No, what?
No, ma'am, not at all.
Ms. Rye, why don't you tell me what's going on in your relationship that has brought you to divorce court?
Tim is a big sex addict. I am tired all the time, so he always wants to have sex. Sex, sex, sex. If it's not from me, it's from somebody else. I've done fought prostitutes. Here recently, my daughter caught him on the couch at his mother's house with another prostitute.
Oh, she's
fight
definitely,
prostitutes?
She's definitely lying.
ma'am. Soon after I had my son, I had to get in a fight with a girl.
Tell me what happened.
I confronted her a while and asked her, you know, I'm hearing that you're dealing with my husband, and she denied it. And actually, I happened to call and check my voicemail, and when I checked my voicemail, Mr. Taylor accidentally called my phone and left a nice message with him talking to the girl on my voicemail.
Mr. Taylor, did all of that occur?
All of this did occur, Judge, but the problem, the thing that she's not telling you the truth about is these girls aren't prostitutes. And if they are, they don't tell me about it. I'm not paying them.
Right.
It's not my fault these girls are out there doing extracurricular activities.
So what you're telling me is, Mr. Taylor, yes, I'm sleeping with other women around on my wife, and yes, they may be prostitutes, but I ain't paying them. This is your point.
Now, she does her investigations on the females, and she finds out that, yeah, these girls might be dibbling and dabbling like that, but when I meet them, they come to the barbershop and I cut their kids' hair. We go out and have, you know, it's never a discussion of money. It's not like I'm paying for sex.
Do you have any feelings that you ought to be monogamous, and do you find the fact that you're sleeping with other women at all problematic?
I do, Judge, I do. And to set the record straight, I've been with Lakeisha for 8 years, and I haven't touched or looked at another woman for 5 years. I've been completely faithful for 5 years.
So ever since you said I do with her, because you've been married 5 years,
Exactly.
right?
Ever since
so
I said I
5 of
do.
the 8 years, none of this happened.
And then recently, I caught Lakeisha texting another guy, and all of that, like 2 different guys, that's when I moved out. That's when all the problems started again.
Okay.
She started it.
I got you. Now, Ms. Rye, you claim that he's been unfaithful recently. Tell me the most recent time you caught him.
The recent time is he was at his mother's house, and first off, I see him in the car with this young lady. He tells me nothing happened with me and this girl. I didn't sleep with her or none of that. We just went to my mom's house and got in the jacuzzi. You went to your mama's house, though. You couldn't even pay for a room.
I did pay for it the first night.
Mr. Taylor!
Like I said, Judge, we've been separated for 3 months. I live with my mother. That's why I took her to my mother's house. My mother would sleep. Got a big backyard. We go get in the jacuzzi. My mother would never know.
Get your own house and take her to your house. How about that?
What caused you two to separate to begin with?
Her texting the next guy. I caught her phone. she had an alarm on her phone, and it went off about 5 o'clock in the morning. So I went and looked at the phone. It was up in the closet in the purse. It's not a regular phone, it's like an old phone. So I opened it up, I look at the phone, open it up, and she's in a DM texting some guy, "What are you doing?" So I get on his Facebook, and I look him up, I see his pictures, his face.
Right.
And then I call him.
Right.
We have a discussion, and he says, "Yeah, that's my partner. I've been talking to her for a minute now. We hang out sometimes and all of that."
That's not what he said.
What did he say?
He said, "That's my partner and I know her." And from there, he takes one story and runs with it.
Right.
So he
Do you
hears
have
one
any-
word and he think he know what he's talking about.
That's my partner. That's a little bit intimate. Anything other than "that's my partner" that leads you to believe that she was sexually involved with this guy?
Well, you know, we was sharing a car, and she dropped me off, and then I went to another store right before I went into my business. So I stopped by the driver's side door, and I opened it up to give her a kiss, and she was talking on the phone that I've never seen before, and she drops it and tries to act like she wasn't even on the phone. And I was like, "Well, give me that phone." And we got into a big argument. I never got to see the phone, and she drove off with the phone. I never got to see who she was trying to call.
Do you
or
recall
talking to.
the struggle over the phone?
I sure do recall.
What
the struggle
happened
over
with the phone?
I was talking on the phone, but it wasn't to a man or anything like that. It was more of a personal situation.
This is a secret cell phone I've never seen before.
It was more of a personal situation. You looking so guilty over there, Ms. Rye. I mean, it's just, you know, you do everything. You got everything on but a T-shirt that said, "I did it." So we know something was up.
Something's up, definitely.
He was getting ready to take a shower, and he gets his underwear out of the drawer, sits them on the bed, and he comes out, he looks at the underwear, and he smells them. His words are, "These ain't mine, this is another man's." The next day, he's saying they're not his, he burns them in the backyard.
You say Mr. Taylor has a drinking problem. Why don't you tell me the nature of that problem?
Yes, ma'am, he has a big drinking problem. He'll drink and he'll forget the next day what he has said or done. He gets real belligerent when he drinks, angry, and it's not just with me, it's in front of our children. It's just too much for me to bear. Like, I try to explain to him, you know, if you're gonna drink, how about you pour your beer into a cup? Instead, he'll walk around with the bottle, and I just don't think that's a good example setting for our kids. One day, he was getting ready to take a shower, and he gets his underwear out of the drawer, sits them on the bed, yep, I'm telling, sits them on the bed, and he goes in the shower. When he comes out, he looks at the underwear, and he smells them. His words are, "These ain't mine, this is another man's." So in my mind, I'm thinking if they're another man's, why would you even be smelling them? And first of all, if I'm cheating, I definitely wouldn't be telling a man to hurry up and put his drawers in his drawer. Makes no sense. Shortly after that, the next day, he's saying they're not his. He burns them in the backyard. He burns them. And I'm doing laundry the next day, and I happen to come across some boxers, same size as the ones that he burnt up. He's asleep. So I wake him up and hit him with the boxers. What size are these? He doing his eyes all like this. He don't know. He's very, he trips out when he drinks.
Mr.
He takes that to a whole nother level.
Do you recall sniffing your own boxers?
Luckily, they were my underwear.
To another man.
Luckily, they were mine, so I wasn't sniffing another man's underwear.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Did you believe they weren't yours?
I really believe they were mine. I didn't recognize them. And we weren't living together at the time. I was in and out. So there's plenty of opportunity for another man.
So you thought if you sniffed them, you would be able to catch the scent of another dude?
Sniff the next man draws? I don't understand.
No, you just work with me here. Work with me.
You're making me look bad like I'm a jaw sniffer, but that's not the case, Judge. I was mistaken. I looked at the jaws.
Were you drunk?
And they
See, I would go with that. Were you drunk?
I was drunk.
Okay.
He's always drunk, Your Honor. He's always drunk.
That's a bad story right there. That's not a good story.
Do you think you have a problem with alcohol?
I don't think I have a problem with alcohol, Judge, because I work hard, and when I get off work, I deserve a drink. Maybe sometimes I have one or two too many sometimes here and there.
One or two too many. How often do you have one or two too many?
It's rare. It's maybe 2 or 3 months here and there. And this
every 2 or 3 months here and there.
What did he say?
About once every 2 or 3 months.
That you drink?
No, that I have, well, you know,
Too
an
much.
argument or like a blackout and I don't remember an issue.
Here
Well, are
recently.
you blacking out
Here recently,
every couple
Your
of
Honor.
months?
Well, it's not blacking out. It's just that we get into a bad argument and I don't remember the argument the next morning.
The next
She's
morning,
like, I'm like,
he wants to kiss the next morning. He
yeah, I'm
tried
like,
to
why are you
Yeah,
mad
I
at me?
think that's pretty
Why
much.
are you on the couch? And she's like, oh, you don't remember what you said to me last night and all that, you know, but sometimes
Do
I
you
gotta get it off
argue
my
with him
chest.
when he's drunk?
Your Honor, oh my goodness. I try my best to hold my peace and let the Lord fight it. But he just so happens to not listen. He don't listen, Your Honor. When I tell him, leave me alone, Tim, you taking me there, leave me alone, you pipe down, he keep going. So when you poke a crab, what do? They snap at you. So, hey.
Are you concerned at all about your level of inebriation in front of your children? I mean, you got little people in the house, right?
Yes, Judge, and I do take them into consideration when I drink. And like I said, it's never intentional that I go too far with my drinking. It's never intentional.
Yeah.
I admit that isn't a flaw that I have. It might be my one flaw.
Your one flaw.
It might be my one flaw.
All right. Mr. Taylor, we've been talking about you for a while, so I'm going to ask you to tell me the one thing about Ms. Rye that is the most damning and the reason why you believe your relationship isn't working out.
She doesn't know how to just be a wife. She wants to be out. She wants to be getting talked to. She likes attention. You know, it's never that she goes out looking for it, but when it comes, she's not.
She doesn't turn it down. She doesn't turn it away.
Right.
Ms. Rye, what is your response to that allegation? Would you stay in a relationship with an excessive drinker? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. You've been fighting a lot of allegations here, Mr. Taylor, so I want to give you an opportunity to tell me what you believe Ms. Rye has done to contribute to the breakdown of this marriage.
Well, my wife, she's a very beautiful woman, and her main thing is she doesn't know how to just be a wife. She wants to be out. She wants to be getting talked to. She likes attention. She doesn't want to just stay at home, be a stay-at-home mom.
You lying.
You know.
Why you lying?
You know, when
she goes out and she wants attention, do you say she goes out to clubs and wants attention from men? And what's she doing? What's she saying? What's she wearing?
It's not that she goes out looking for it. It's just that she doesn't turn it away. You know, she gets guys' phone numbers from she gives her phone number out of, like, every guy that she's ever met. Oh, I was just bumping into her at the store. You know, it's never that she goes out looking for it, but when it comes, she's not.
She doesn't turn it down. She doesn't turn it away.
Right.
Ms. Rye, what is your response to that allegation?
Your Honor, he lying. I don't go out. And the last time I did go out, we were together. So what are you talking about?
Ms. Rye, you say he's verbally abusive. Is that true?
Yes, ma'am.
Give me a good example of the kind of verbal abuse you have to suffer.
Oh, my goodness. He tells me, mind you, my mother is deceased. I don't want to cry. But he tells me, you're going to be just like your mother, alone and don't have nothing. He tells me, you got 2 kids by 2 different baby daddies, which is him and my previous relationship. Ain't nobody going to want you. I can do better than you. I want to have a threesome. Like, that type of stuff right there makes me feel bad, because if you want to have a threesome, then I'm not enough for you. So that makes me question myself as a woman. Right. What's wrong with me? What am I not doing right? And Judge, I tried to do everything for him as a wife and be supportive. I did everything. Dress sexy for him. When I do that, he blaming me. Oh, why you got the lingerie on? What man did you have in here tonight?
Mr. Taylor, is she accurate in the things she says you say, or?
Well, Judge, that right there, the stuff that she says I said, that's that drunk talk that she was referring to. That's the stuff that I don't remember in the morning.
Right.
That I said. So you can't even count that stuff, because at the end of the day, I tell her that she's beautiful. I tell her that I love her. And I make up for it financially. I take care of her, everything for her. I bought the hair, I bought the nails, I take care of her. You know what I'm saying?
As you should.
I still do.
As you should.
No matter what, Judge, I got her back.
Right.
I got scars on my hands right now for working on her car because her car broke down.
Yeah.
But
you know, it all counts, whether you're drunk or not. All of that counts. Every dart, you know what I mean? I can't be drunk with a gun and shoot at you and say, oh, the bullet didn't count because I was drunk.
Yeah, I'm a Sour Patch Kid. I'm sour and I'm sweet. You gotta take the good with the bad. But at the same time, I'm way more sweet than I've ever been sour, Judge.
You way more sweet than you've been
you won't
sour.
even deny it.
Well, I'm going to move on forward to the financial problems that you have, because they are significant, and it appears you're not the only woman he has them with. Would you overlook bad behavior if your partner was a great provider? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. You say you have financial difficulties, Mrs. Rye, because of what he spends his money on. Tell me what you mean by that.
He buys jewelry. He wants to put beat in his car.
He wants to put what in his car?
Music.
Oh, okay.
Sound systems. He's very flossy. You know, my mom used to always... Flossy. My mom used to always say, champagne tastes with beer money. That's basically the situation.
Well, that's never been the situation with me, because I have the money to take care of and buy whatever I want. And second, I don't do all that stuff like that. We spend more money on her hair and her nails than anything else. Or eating out.
What happened when the apartment caught on fire? Weren't you guys rendered homeless for a period of time?
Yes, we were rendered homeless, Judge, because...
Tell me what happened.
You know, I think this was her fault, because we were supposed to have renter's insurance so we wouldn't fall flat on our face after that situation unfortunately happened. So we ended up having to live with my brother for about 3 or 4 months till we get another apartment.
Well, how come you didn't have renter's insurance?
Because she forgot to pay the bill, or I bought some cannabis or something.
I'm going to say being irresponsible. Right. I'm going to say being irresponsible. And then, too, I was taking care of my mother.
Right.
I was taking care of my mom, and I just wasn't really focused at the time, just trying to focus more on my mother and her health before she passed.
Was her mother dying at that point in time?
Not at that point in time, Judge. Her mom was just fine.
Let me ask you this, Ms. Rye. You claim that he's a deadbeat dad. In what respect is he a deadbeat dad?
I wouldn't say deadbeat dad like that, but I just would say as far as being a good example to his children, as far as how he talks to their mother in front of them.
I understand that economically, though, you don't believe he's taking care of your kids like he should, and that he has other kids that he's not taking care of like he should.
Nah, Judge, that's not the case. I take care of my kids. If it's anything, she needs to step up more hours on her job. I work 7 days a week, 7 days a week. I work 7 days a week.
And he doing more than working at his job. That's where he found the prostitute at.
There's so much going on here. I'm going to have to take a small recess, collect myself. We're going to come back and readdress these issues. And the first thing we're going to do is hear from the wife you brought here the first time you were here.
Whoa.
You ain't complaining about him running around and doing wrong things. Is that not how you got him to begin with?
And when I met him, I knew that he was married, yes. I did back up from him because of that. He ended up sleeping with the wife that you just showed here on camera on me. It's a back and forth.
He did a replay of the former wife?
He did a replay.
Did you do that?
They constantly kept sleeping with each other.
Do you still do that? There is a woman who begs to differ, and let's hear from her at this point in time. Previously on Divorce Court.
He's very flossy. My mom used to always say, champagne tastes with beer money. That's basically the situation.
That's never been the situation with me, because I have the money to take care of and buy whatever I want. We spend more money on her hair and her nails than anything
else. I've done fought prostitutes.
She's
fight
definitely,
prostitutes?
She's definitely lying.
Judge, I tried to do everything for him as a wife and be supportive. I did everything. Dress sexy for him. When I do that, he blaming me. Oh, why you got the lingerie on? What man did you have in here tonight?
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am reconvening the case of Lakeisha Rye versus Timothy Taylor. There was so much drama and ratchetness going on with this matter. On the first day, I couldn't get it all in. So I had to adjourn court, take a breather, catch my breath, and come back here and try to deal with what's happening. So, Mrs. Rye, I'm going to start with you. We were in the middle of talking about your financial situation. Ms. Rye, you say your finances are all off because of what he spends his money on.
Yes.
Tell me about the Mercedes.
Oh my gosh. Well, one of our cars that got repoed, so we wind up going and buying a Mercedes Benz. That car needed a lot. It's high maintenance to take care of.
Well, I admit the Mercedes, you know, that was kind of like your decision because you wanted the SUV, you know, so we wasn't going to buy the Infiniti, but we ended up going with the Mercedes. And it wasn't a good choice. It ended up, you know, killing us in our pockets. You know, we ended up having to buy a smaller car. But, you know, that's like a mutual decision. You can't put that all on me.
You're right. I liked it when I seen it.
I think you're both a bit of spendthrifts, aren't you? I mean, you like the bling, you like the pretty stuff. You're going to spend thousands of dollars on hair and shoes and cars and all this kind of stuff.
Not all the time, but here and there, we do like to splurge.
But enough so that if something bad happens, you can't recover.
That's how it used to be, but these days,
pretty much.
You know, I'm not like that anymore. I'm pretty well established.
Well, you have other children, correct?
I do have other children.
Do you pay child support?
I do pay child support every month.
There is a woman who begs to differ, and let's hear from her at this point in time.
The Keisha is because you knew from the very beginning that he was a cheater and a liar because you started talking to him whenever we were still married, living together. And we have 3 kids together, and you knew it because I called you and I told you. The problem I got with Tim is the fact that he chooses to chase after women rather than take care of his kids. Honestly, I just wish that both of them would just grow up.
That was the woman you came to divorce court with the first time.
Yes,
and you were running around with her on her. Is that right?
Yeah,
maybe.
Ms. Rye, now wait a minute. You ain't complaining about him running around and doing wrong things. Is that not how you got him to begin with?
He told me that I met him, and when I met him, I knew that he was married, yes. I did back up from him because of that. And then we began to talk again. When I came to his shop, because he's a barber, I noticed that his whole room was filled with all his clothes and shoes. So his story was that he is no longer with his wife. So
you
that
believed
gave me
it based on that.
I opened my doors to trying to deal with him and maintain a relationship.
And I moved in a few days later, and we've been together ever since. I've been completely faithful, and I've been taking care of her. I've been a really good husband to her, and I don't deserve for her to even look at another man, I believe.
Your Honor, that's not true. He has not been completely faithful to me. We had separated before, and he ended up sleeping with the wife that you just showed here on camera on me. It's a back and forth.
He did a replay of the former wife?
He did a replay.
Did you do that?
They constantly kept sleeping with each other.
Do you still do that?
No, I don't, Your Honor.
Yeah, you do. Look at you. Yeah, you do. I see. Yeah, you
do. Go see her not too long ago.
Yeah.
So who's to say?
Yeah.
I just went to see my kids, Your Honor.
That's why she mad now. That's why she mad now.
Okay, gotcha. Well, Mr. Taylor, you say Ms. Rye is lazy. Why don't you tell me why you think this woman is lazy?
Oh, my God, Judge. I can fill a book. We go to the grocery store, and we come back, and I can't even put the food in the refrigerator because it's filled up with all this food that's spoiled. That's old food. She doesn't ever clean the refrigerator out. Second, she doesn't, we go wash clothes. Instead of folding the clothes and putting them in the basket, she wants to just throw them in the basket. So when the kids come and look for the clothes, they gotta get a sock here, a sock there, and all the clothes are wrinkled. My daughter's crying every morning, Daddy, I can't find nothing to wear. I'm like, if your mom folded the clothes for once, you might be able to find something. We wash them, but they're just not folded. Nothing's organized. You go in the closet, open the closet up, and nothing's organized. It might look nice on the outside, Judge.
But it's a hot mess.
But it's a hot mess.
He
in
lying.
reality.
Does she work outside the home?
I sure do.
How many hours do you work outside the home?
I had 2 jobs, but my client passed. I'm a caregiver. So I work all the time as well, Your Honor.
How many
do
days a
you
week
do your
work?
part around the house, Mr. Taylor?
When I did live there, I did, Your Honor. I would work 7 days a week. Then I got to come home and clean.
What?
I got to come home, wash the dishes. Sometimes I have to cook. Your Honor, sometimes I have to get my daughter and son a bath, help them with their homework, and she's been home all day. She's laying in the bed watching Housewives of Atlanta all day. Reruns. It's just the same show. I go to work, she's watching the show. I come back, she's watching the same show. I'm like, aren't you tired of watching the same show?
Part, Your Honor, I got to rewind it. I need to make sure I got the whole thing. And yes, he's right. Sometimes he does have to come home and cook and clean. But there was a point in time where I did everything for him. Waited on him hand and foot.
Why
Washed
did that
his
end?
clothes. Iron his clothes. Cook him dinner. Dress sexy for him. Kids sleep. I got tired, Your Honor. Once you keep downing me as a woman and degrading me and hurting me and I'm constantly taking all these shots, that goes out the door. No woman is gonna keep on trying to treat her man like a king when he not putting her on a pedestal.
Now, Mr. Taylor, did you hear what she just said?
Well, no man is going to put his woman on a pedestal when he's constantly finding her talking to different men on the phone and video chatting at 3 a.m. and messengering and Facebook and just
Tell me the most damning story about her and some other guy. Sometimes you caught her red-handed or...
He don't have one.
The one I caught her most red-handed was when I told you that she had her alarm on her phone, and then I seen that she was on the DM with the guy, Instagram, Messenger. So I called him and I talked to him, and he admitted that no man is gonna say, yeah, I'm sleeping with your wife.
Right.
I wouldn't say that if somebody called me. But he did admit that they hang out, and that's enough for me. That's too much.
Really? Even given your history?
Huh.
Ms. Rye, you say it's controlling, so I want to turn our attention to the atmosphere in your home and why you believe he's on your every move.
His ex-wife was very upset that he was with me and sends me a whole paragraph on, oh, you think you got him, you lost that baby, you ain't got nothing with him. I slept with him in the bathroom at the hospital.
Mr. Taylor, you aware of this circumstance? Now, Ms. Rye, you contended that he continues to flip-flop and go back to his ex-wife.
Yes.
Why don't you tell me why you believe that?
I had a miscarriage and was recovering from it. And I think that his ex-wife kind of was, you know, of course, I'm not going to say think. She was very upset that he was with me. So she would find any little thing to get him to come over to see her. And she Facebooks me, or MySpace, this is back in the day, so she MySpaces me and sends me a whole paragraph on, yeah, that's why I still got my man, and oh, you think you got him, you lost that baby, you ain't got nothing with him. I slept with him in the bathroom at the hospital.
Mr. Taylor, you aware of this circumstance?
He has to be, he was there.
I'm aware of it, Judge. But like I said, that was
Did that occur?
This is when we first got together. This is 8 years ago. She's bringing up really old stuff right there. Yeah.
But doesn't that kind of speak to your character, though? That, you know, you told your first wife while you were being intimate that you were in love with her. Then when she has a miscarriage, you bring the first wife over to where she is and have sex with her. I mean, were you just, you know, high off the idea that you could hurt, you know, that you had it like that you could hurt people with impunity? Did that make you feel good?
Back then, Judge, my first wife was still really hounding me, and she was trying to get me to have sex with her all the time and then throw it back in her face just for that reason, to break us up.
And you're that weak.
And you still did.
And you were unable to say no. You know what I mean? Not doing it. Not having it. You could have not called her to the hospital. You know what I mean?
She was
you
waiting
see
at
where
the
I'm
hospital,
going with this?
Judge. She was waiting at the hospital for him. She already had that planned.
So like she said, that was her plan, and I kind of fell in the trap.
Like he always does.
I'm a man, so it's hard to turn down sex. You know.
I'm a man. It's hard to turn down
He's
sex.
a sex addict, Your Honor.
Especially when you're still married to the woman that's giving it to you.
That's a beautiful excuse, Mr. Taylor. It really is. This is an excuse, you know, worthy of a boy, of a 19-year-old, but not a grown man with children.
Yeah, you know, you're right. And I have grown up a lot since then, Your Honor. Like I said, I keep saying, I haven't cheated in 5 years. I've been completely faithful to my wife until she started it. You know?
I didn't cheat, though, Your Honor. He just found a number in my phone.
Nobody's
That's
ever
all
gonna
he
say,
found.
yeah, I did it, unless you get caught red-handed. Nobody would do
He
that.
has no real evidence on me. I have plenty of proof on
him. Yeah, because you were all, like, loud and proud with it. You weren't even trying. You know what I'm saying?
This last time right now, like I said, we've been separated for 3 months. I've been living with my mother, and you know, we're still friends. I go see her sometimes, but with the understanding that we are separated.
Right. So you're going to do your thing and she's going to do her thing.
And I told her that, but she doesn't want to, now that she has our opportunity, when we're together and I'm being faithful, she wants to talk to other guys, but now that we're separated, she wants to be faithful and earn her way back home now.
What? Well, I guess the question I have
Earn
for
my
you
way.
now...
You gotta earn your way back home. You the one live with your mama.
Yeah.
And also, I don't mind living with my mom. I'm perfectly happy there.
Well, then be a mama's boy.
Well, Mr. Taylor, that's not a man move either, but okay.
Well, Judge...
I guess my question to you is this. Do you want to save this union, or are you just here to wash your hands of it as you did before?
About a year and a half ago, she took off to Las Vegas for 3 days when she was supposed to just go around the corner to her friend's house. Just 3 days later, she finally came home, and then she was still trying to tell me that she was at her friend's house.
Did you say you were going to your girlfriend's house, go to Las Vegas, and stay for 3 days?
Is it common for ex-spouses to remain sexually attracted to each other? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Mr. Taylor, what is it you really want to do in the here and now with respect to Ms. Rye?
I would like to work on our marriage. I would like to see what the issues are, maybe get some counseling.
See what the issues are?
Well, you know...
We've been here for 2 days. You don't know what your problem is?
Well...
You don't know what the conduct you're engaged in is causing her to fade to black? You don't get it? You're not with me?
He's controlling too, Your Honor. Very controlling.
In what ways is he controlling?
He doesn't want me to go out. As soon as I leave the house, he calling me. What's taking you so long? How long you gonna be gone? What's that in the background? Why it sound like that's a man in the background? I heard the man in the background. Like, we literally arguing on the phone, and I'm telling him, boy, that's the radio. What are you talking about, brother? It's always an issue.
Do you blow up her phone when she's not at home to make sure that she's not doing the wrong thing?
Well, Judge, about a year and a half ago, she took off to Las Vegas for 3 days when she was supposed to just go around the corner to her friend's house. It's 3 days later, she finally came home.
I did,
and then she was still trying to tell me that she was at her friend's house. I had to look through her personal belongings and find another secret cell phone, about $300 in cash, and a receipt from a gas station in Las Vegas.
Did you say you were going to your girlfriend's house, go to Las Vegas, and stay for 3 days?
I'm laughing, Your Honor, but it's really not funny. At the time, yes, I did. I had just lost my mother. Just lost my mother. And my mind, mentally, I was not there at all, mentally. And then, if I would have been like Tim, I'm going to Vegas with my sister, all hell would have broke loose. So instead, I left for 3 days. No clothes, nothing. With everything that was on my back, I left.
No communication?
Just to try to clear my mind because I was going through so much with losing my mother. And he wasn't being a good support system at the time of my mother's death.
Are you there for you when she needs you?
Mentally.
You know,
I try to be, Judge,
you make it easier
but I am
for
a
her.
man, and she has all these female friends that can do it better, so she turns around and puts it on me like I'm not doing it right, but I'm just doing what a man's supposed to do.
And what, pray tell, would that be?
I'm sitting back and I'm letting the women have their social time and let them do the healing for her. And then when it's my turn, then I do. But when her friends are around, oh, they're attacking me like, oh, yeah, why you ain't doing this? And why you ain't doing that? Because you're here. Let me buy groceries, Tim. Okay, fine. But then turn out at the end of the day, oh, I bought those groceries. Well, you offered them. That's how her friend does me. Oh, let me pay your car bill. Let me pay your car note. I'd be like, fine. And then at the end of the day, oh, my friend paid your car note.
Don't you, Mrs. Rye? I mean, you see his thought process. You see what he believes in. He doesn't believe it's his job to make you feel better. He just doesn't believe that.
Feeling better is sex. That's what makes him feel better. I could be crying, and he think that that's what's gonna make me feel better. What he don't understand, that a woman needs more than that. I need you to listen to me. I need you to understand how I'm feeling. What's my favorite color? Purple. Do you know that?
Lipstick.
Nah, okay.
Okay, all right. Well, he does know that. Mr. Taylor, you're coming up light and you're coming up weak, and I'm going to tell you what I think. But you want me, after all of this heartache, Joe, after all of this pain and consternation and name-calling and cheating and you know, you want $250 for some Uggs.
That's how much they cost.
And we're going to talk about that $250 you want for those shoes.
Which transgression would you be unable to forgive? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
So, Mrs. Wright, why don't you tell me why you want $250 from Mr. Taylor?
I had some Ugg boots, and he was drunk and upset with me because I was going at a neighbor's house. Came back, and he done colored on my boots with some red markers.
Mr. Taylor, did you do that?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
And can you tell me why?
She got the story wrong. She's talking about she was with her friend's house. I actually had a tape recorder under the couch because she was being kind of ratchet and acting weird. So I had a tape recorder what was going on in my house when I was going to work. And I heard her talking to her friend, telling her friend that she has a friend. Yeah, I have friends, but I don't sleep with them. But I'm not doing nothing to get pregnant by them.
What?
That's what she was telling her friend on the tape recorder, Your Honor.
Oh.
So yeah, I marked on the boots that I bought her for Christmas. With a red marker.
With a red marker.
They still mine. I want my $250 for them, so I can get some new ones.
Do you have any evidence about how much Ugg boots cost? Because I don't know. I never had it.
I looked them up online. I go to stores. They about $250.
I should take your word for it.
Please.
I'm gonna give you something worth more than any kind of boots you could ever own. It's a little piece of advice. When you end up with somebody else's sloppy seconds, and it's sloppy when he comes out, you know what I mean? When he don't end it right, when he don't come correct, when he don't honor her feelings, when he doesn't feel, you know what I mean? He just does whatever, and she's sloppy about it. He's gonna be sloppy with you too, because he's a sloppy dude. So you gotta ask yourself, is this slop what I'm willing to settle for? I would say no, but then that's me. Be a better man, Mr. Taylor.
I love you, Judge.
Work on it. There will be no recovery. The advice was for your recovery. This matter is adjourned.
I've matured in, a few ways. I'm not as controlling as she says that I am. I do let her go out and do what she wants to do. There's just certain things that wasn't stated right that maybe, that's why the judge said that.
The judge said that my marriage wasn't worth keeping and I should move on. I feel that if he can change his ways, maybe we can make the marriage work.
Today on Divorce Court.
Chris is just a cheater, a liar. He can't tell the truth for nothing.
The woman I fell in love with 7 years ago went from just the sweetest woman in the world to just this complete monster.
I can't leave the house without him calling my cell phone and be like, where you going?
Living with Portia is just like living in maximum security prison.
Chris doesn't think I know about the cheating, but he's not fooling anybody.
Portia thinks I'm cheating, but I'm absolutely innocent until proven guilty. There's no evidence.
Yes, I still do see myself staying with Chris forever for some fact that I'm in love with him.
If she keeps this up, there's absolutely no way in the world that I can see myself spending the rest of my life with her.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Chris Sample and Portia Johnston Collier. The two of you have been together for 7 years, married for 5. You are in deep trouble, so you have come to see me. Mr. Sample, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship and why you're here today?
Well, Judge Lynn, let me start by saying you're a very beautiful woman. And
won't help.
She's a very beautiful woman too. Mm-hmm. But I've been finessed this whole relationship because nothing's been the same since we've got together. She doesn't trust a thing I do, anything I say. She doesn't believe anything I say. It don't matter what it's about. She can't believe anything.
Give me some examples where she hasn't trusted you and it was ridiculous.
Okay, well, I'll also start by saying, this is actually the first black woman I've ever dated. I've normally dated either white girls, Hispanic girls, and maybe even mixed, but never a full black woman.
And do you find it different?
Oh, very, on so many levels. But I mean, this is a brand new ball game.
Why don't you be more specific?
Well, when I dated, you know, a white woman or any other race, you know, when we get an argument, it's always, you know, something calm, civil. She act all the way out. She just take it to the extreme, no matter what it is. Like you know, I was at work one time, and I called her, text, and said, "Hey, babe, I'm gonna be coming in late." You know, and she, you know, sent me a message back. Okay, that's fine. All nice and calm. I happened to leave a little earlier than I thought I would. You know, and I get to the gas station before I go home, and I start getting text messages on the phone saying, "Hey, Portia's at the job, and she wondering where you at and what you been doing, why you leave early." And so that kind of made me mad. I'm like, you know, why you checking up on me? Because she got it bad. She want to check the time cards when I get off of work. That never happened in any previous relationship I done did. But, you know, because she made me mad, I was like, you know what, I'm finna go to the bar. I'm gonna stay out a little late tonight. You know, just go do my thing. So, you know, I come in about 2 o'clock. No biggie. She woke. She's sitting there, arms folded, eyes all buck, and you know, just looking all. She's just crazy. Crazy. So, you know, I'm a little nervous. I shouldn't be nervous in my own home. I go upstairs to go sleep, you know, because I'm scared. I went as far as I pulled the bed out and put the bed in front of the door in our guest room so she wouldn't come up there and bother me. Yeah.
He did do that.
Because
He's actually not lying about that part.
Look, when she start arguing or something like that, she got this thing she like to do. I don't know, it must be a turn on to her. She'll start arguing, right?
Yeah.
Then, you know, she'll go put on lingerie and want to come lay out naked in the bed and scoot all over close to me.
See what you can get, right?
Yeah, you know, but I just try to, you know, scoot away from her, like, get off me, you know, and that affects her in some type of way, but she always doing the most.
Now, you artfully avoided it twice. I'm gonna go back for a third time. Black women on so many levels. Are we angry?
Oh, she's very violent.
He made me that way.
I'm talking about black women in general. Is that why you didn't date us for a while?
Well, see, I grew up with like, I think, 5 sisters.
Right.
And so I got to kind of see they all had different personalities. One was real ratchet. One was real ghetto.
They were all black.
One just always did the most. You know, it was always something. I was like, man, they ain't gonna date no black girl. Is this how they really act? Because I got to see, you know, firsthand how these black women acted. And I was like, I don't want to date no black woman. You know, I want to see something different. You know, I've never, you know, I just wanted to be different.
Thank you for your honesty. I appreciate that. I'm gonna address it in a little while, but I ain't mad. Don't worry about it. I don't get mad about stuff like that. I get mad, but not about stuff like that. I'm gonna tell you why, too. Let me ask you this. Are you ratchet and loud?
No, ma'am. I am not.
Did you do all that where, you know, wait for him in the dark?
Yes, I sure did.
Yeah.
I mean, he told me he was coming home at a specific time. He knows that I stay up and wait for him. Why lie? If you get out earlier...
But I read in here, I got all over your paperwork the word stupid tax, stupid tax, stupid tax.
Oh, yes.
You filled his car with water, siphoned out the gas, filled the car with water.
I do not know how to take out gas.
But you put water in the car.
One time.
Oh, now she admitted.
You broke at least 7 of his phones.
He broke his own phones.
You're claiming non-ratchet and crazy, but you don't read that way.
Actually, I'm not ratchet or crazy.
You know what?
I'm not mad because it's not my money. But don't you think that's an awfully expensive way to make a point?
Yes, ma'am. I do agree with you on that. But 7 phones I broke? No. He's broken all his phones. I probably broke 1 phone.
Don't let this fool you.
I had 2 phones.
Don't let it fool you.
I had 2 phones. I had 3 phones altogether. 2 of them he broke. The first time he broke my phone was because I was at work and there was a guy. I started talking to him as a friend. He got mad because it was a guy who I was making friends with. Second account, he broke my phone was because we were both laying in bed on Instagram. All of a sudden, I get a message. I'm like, message? Okay, who could this be? There's some girl on this time about, oh, you're Chris's wife? I said, why does it matter? So she says, oh, so since you want to be petty, we had sex in your room. I said, oh, really? I hope it was good.
Okay.
He denied it.
Because it wasn't true.
Okay, well, Mr. Sample.
Okay.
We're gonna get to the bottom of why she doesn't trust you so much and why she's so jealous and crank with it.
Jealous?
Very.
Of who?
Of him? I mean, water in his car? Come on now. Let's not play games.
Jealous.
But we're gonna get down to the reason why, and I think that your behavior has a lot to do with it.
I found some other female's earrings in the car. I said, okay, so you're late. Pick me up from work. and earrings. Whose earrings are these? These are not mine. Those are yours. How you gonna tell me what's yours? Dude, I buy my own jewelry.
I know what I
got.
Now, Mr. Sample, I'm gonna read what you told me.
Okay.
Because I read it to Joe, just to make sure I had it right. And then we're going to discuss why she might be a little jealous.
Hope it's not raining outside.
It says, I do admit to cheating on her. However, I've never given her any reason to suspect it. So I'm innocent until proven guilty. You actually said that. So what you got to say now?
I mean, I cheated on her, and I told her about it, and you know.
How often?
Once.
No, I've had a lot of thoughts of cheating on her, but I've only cheated on her one time.
No, he's cheated on me plenty of times. He's only told me once.
She might seem all sweet, Your Honor, but like I said, this is really a wolf in sheep clothing. Can I play something for you? I got a little bit of audio on how she talk crazy to me and the way she treats me, and then you will see the reason why I do the things, you know.
Not that I need any more evidence, because that car thing was enough.
Can I
will
play
listen
this?
to it for you.
Let me play this. This is the real her. This is what I go through. This is the reason why I go and seek alternate, because of stuff like this here.
Seek alternate. Just remember you said that. Go ahead.
I would never be like this, that stupid. Okay, first off, I'm not degrading you, so please stop degrading me. You have degraded me. You've been degrading me. You degraded me when you got with me. How do you do the you do? Why you do what you do? Why you sit up here?
See.
No, I see.
This is what I gotta go through.
But
she can't ever seem to be civil. We can't have normal conversations.
No.
I got it.
We talk, it's gotta be a whole bunch of this and that and do this and that.
But you heard the recording, but that doesn't tell you why I was talking to him like that.
Why were you upset? Do you recall that incident?
Yes, I do.
Well, tell me about it.
I believe we were on our way home from probably picking me up from work, and I found some other female's earrings in the car. I said, okay, so you're late, pick me up from work, and earrings. Whose earrings are these? These are not mine. Those are yours. How you gonna tell me what's yours? Dude, I buy my own jewelry. I know what I got.
Your Honor, this is what she does. She gets in my car, and she started playing Sherlock Holmes. She get in the car and, the seat leaned too far back.
I know
how come this vent ain't pointed the way I left it the last time I was in your car? She get in my car, she got to start looking for hair. She got to try to find some bogus receipt and say, you were here.
Bogus receipt?
You know, I might let my sister use my car.
Receipt, right?
This receipt don't matter.
Okay.
I mean, the receipt don't justify exactly that was mine and where I've been at one point in time.
Your Honor,
but this
I
is what I gotta
actually prove that.
Let her respond to that. Go ahead.
I actually have evidence of a receipt that don't belong to him.
You also say that you found photos on his phone.
Yes.
Of other women.
Yes.
Tell me about them.
Oh, God, let me see where to start with that.
Give me all kinds of stuff. What is this?
Oh, that's a 10-karat gold necklace, 18-inch. That was $50 from Walmart that he don't know anything about.
I do. I actually do.
Now he knows.
What do you know about
now
it?
he knows about it.
What's up with it?
Let's hear about it.
She real jealous and protective. Like, I can't do anything. I'm not allowed to be a man, period. You know, and actually, the receipts she have, it is mine. I admit it's mine. But it was a gift that I bought for her. But see, I can't do anything like that. You know, surprise her with things because she got to be up my butt 24/7. I mean.
So you didn't give it to her because
no, he got it to his other female.
I took it back and got my money back. Why don't you show that receipt of me getting my money back?
Because
I got my money back.
You don't get your money back from a gift card.
Yes, you can.
No, you don't.
You can get your money back. It don't matter if it's credit card, cash back, whatever
Your
you got to do to get your money. You get your money.
I'm so done. I'm so done with this. You say that he's so disrespectful to you that you have problems being intimate with him anymore because it's so hard. Why don't you tell me what you mean by that?
So she go to the kitchen drawer and get the scissors. She took the scissors and said, either you can take them off or I'm gonna cut you out of them. I was like, stop playing, man, move, I'm finna go. She grabbed my pants, got the scissors, and cut a hole in them and said, I'm gonna give you one more chance. Take them off, I'm gonna cut them off.
I did not cut a hole in those pants.
She gonna cut them off
I
of
did
me.
not cut no hole in those pants.
What would you think if your partner professed that he only dated outside his race? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back. So, Ms. Johnson-Collier, why don't you tell me why you don't want to be intimate with him anymore?
I can't get intimate with him because he's always out all night, all times of the night with only God knows who. And I don't want to catch anything.
Mr. Samp, what your response to that would be?
When I'm out, I'm either at work.
Lie.
Or I'm at a friend's house, you know. Like I said, she doesn't allow me to be a man, just like I can't have female friends. And
what kind of things does she not allow you to do that you think precludes you from engaging in manly behavior?
Well, I feel some type of way that she's kind of threatened of me, and I don't understand why. Like, what I mean by threatened, like, she doesn't allow me to work out. Like, why do you want me to, I mean, if I want to be in shape, that's my health. I want to look good for myself, let me do that. But if I work out, I'm doing it for other females. I'm trying to go impress somebody or something like that. Or I can't, you know, I can't wear what I want to wear. Like, just the other day, I tried to run to Walmart, and, you know, I just threw on some sweatpants and you know, just a normal T-shirt. That's what guys wear, you know, just get out a little bit.
Gotcha.
So, you know, she come in front of the door talking about, so where are you going? I said, I'm just gonna run to Walmart. Not in them pants, you know. I said, what's wrong with these?
They were
I'm
skinny
gonna tell you
jeans.
one more time, not in them pants.
How
I said,
are your
okay.
sweatpants skinny jeans?
And I think she just playing around, so I'm like, man, move, you know, get out the way. So she go to the kitchen drawer and get the scissors. And come back to me. I didn't go off, I didn't run out the house, you know, I'm thinking she playing. So she come back with the scissors, I'm just laughing like, girl, what you doing? Going on, you know? She took the scissors and said, either you can take them off or I'm gonna cut you out of them. I was like, stop playing, man, move, I'm finna go. She grabbed my pants, got the scissors, and cut a hole in them and said, I'm gonna give you one more chance. Take them off, I'm gonna cut them off.
I did not cut a hole in those pants.
She gonna cut them off
I
for
did
me.
not cut no hole in those pants. I did say that I would cut them off if he didn't take them off. I mean, they're skinny jeans. Who wears skinny jeans as sweatpants?
Okay.
Sweats are baggy.
Sweats aren't supposed to be skinny
They're baggy.
jeans. Yours are skinny jeans.
Okay.
Do you think that the things that you do will keep him from cheating on you? Do you think that anything that you're doing with respect to the gas tank or the phone or the skinny jeans, do you think any of that is effective?
Not necessarily, but at the time it feels good.
Do you see any reason why Miss Johnston Collier is so frightened of losing you? Because she's scared.
I mean, I don't know why she would be scared. I mean, I go to work, I do everything a man's supposed to do. I clean the house.
No, you don't.
I cook. I mean,
You cook?
if I don't cook, we don't
The last time he
eat.
cooked
We'll
was like
starve.
5 weeks ago.
We'll starve.
A whole month and a week. No. Yes, we will starve if I don't get in there and do something.
Man, all she do is spend all her time on YouTube watching hair and makeup videos. That's all she do.
Actually, I don't know
You can't cook no hair. What we gonna eat tonight? A Remy sandwich? A Brazilian sandwich?
We just might. It might taste delicious.
You know, I don't understand all this. I mean, I can't, like I said, I can't do anything. Like, even when I'm at work, you know, I do restaurant management. I do all kinds of things, you know.
We work together.
For instance, though, we had this one girl come into the restaurant one day, and she wanted an application. Now, I'm short-staffed, so I really need to hire somebody. As long as this girl can count money, I'm finna hire her.
Yeah, right.
You know, she was a little cute. You know,
It wasn't about no counting no money.
In the business, that's what you want. You want the cute girl so you can put her at the front register. So when these men come in and they gobbling her all up, and they gonna spend their whole check. They can come here flirting with every day. It's for the benefit of the business. So I get a girl the application. You know, she goes fill it out. I told her I interview as soon as she gets done. She turns it in to me, Portia snatches out of me, I'm gonna interview this one. I say, okay, you know, cool. Now, I'm already upset because that ain't how we handle things, you know? You don't have to go snatch no paper out of my hand, I'm your supervisor. So, you know.
I didn't snatch it out his hand.
She did.
I hope y'all believe that.
Well, she interviewed the girl. I don't know what she said to the girl. All I know is when she came back, she was like.
I got it.
She wouldn't let me hire her. Like, I can't hire nobody.
I got it. Let me tell you what I got. And let me tell you why you can't be mad that the soda can is flat.
What would lead you to believe your spouse is cheating? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Let me tell you why you can't be mad that the soda can is flat. Let's say you got a can of soda and it's empty. Then you put the weight of economic discomfort on it. Then you put the weight of, I cheated on her and I run around a little bit. Then you put the weight of, I flirt with other women and I know being a man and I go out to 2 a.m. You put all that weight on her. The can is flat. You said, you're handing me a flat can. The can is flat because of all the weight that's on it. Yeah, she's yelling. Yes, she's angry. Yes, she's upset. She's under a lot of pressure because she's scared all of the time. Anger is nothing but fear's bitchy little sister. It's the way fear comes out because she's fighting and defending for her life all the time. Because you cheat on her. You run around. You're good looking, you're manly, and you believe you have the right to do it. So you do. And you can get away with it. So you do. And it makes her crazy. It makes her absolutely crazy. The can is flat, and they're always talking about black women angry, this, black women. If you look at the socioeconomic ladder and what is happening in our community, the absence of men because of the function, I mean, there are just so many reasons why we're just hanging on by a thread, and yes, sometimes maybe we get a little cranky. That's her.
24/7.
Crazed from the
No,
fear
it's
of
not
it. No,
24/7.
you gotta take some of the weight off of the can.
He don't know
You know
how.
what I mean? You gotta take some of the weight off of the can. That way, they can breathe a little and feel a little better. Let me tell you something, Ms. Johnson-Collier. You're gonna die paying that stupid tax. It feels like you're empowered by that, but you're not. The power is whether you can stay or go. The power is to be cool when you do it. The power is in the amount of education and economic support that you have behind you. The power isn't in the yelling. The power is, I can take it or leave it. I don't have to fight like it's my life, because it's not my life. Like, I can go forward and go on and move even if he's not in it. So if he wants to go out 2 a.m., I get sick of it, I'm done. But don't raise your blood pressure. Don't show, because it don't help. You're mad every day on the off chance he might leave you one day. That's 364 days of pain in case he does something wrong, 365. Bad trade. So be with him, be cool till he shows that he's not worth it, and then step. And then maybe he'll get a clue before you step. But quit letting him dictate how you feel. You with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Don't let that love go to waste. This matter is adjourned.
I mean, because some of the things that Chris said, I know he knows that he lied about, but I forgive him. So.
I don't think this relationship is gonna work out. I mean, I'm in too deep, putting up too much of a fight. It's too much. I don't wanna go through this every day. I work 12, 13-hour shifts, and I don't wanna come home to nagging all the time. I wanna just be happy, and I'm not happy, so.
Today on Divorce Court.
I think Keisha sees me a bit of a sugar daddy because I work long hours and I always try to provide for her and her family.
I want him to be able to pay attention to what I have to say and take value in it.
When she gets angry, she's a hothead, she slams doors and she yells.
Dale records our fights. It's irritating, to say the least.
Well, if Keisha doesn't change, I'm not gonna be able to stick around because I just can't handle her temper.
If he doesn't change, I'm out the door today.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Keisha Ray and Dale Lamb. Ms. Ray and Mr. Lamb, you have been together for 1 year and you have no children together. Mr. Lamb, you have been here before with your previous wife, but you're here again. Let's figure that out. How all this happened. New woman, new circumstance. So, Ms. Ray, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about your relationship with Mr. Lamb and why you're here today?
We met through a mutual friend. Everything was good. Except for when I first met him, he lied to me the day I met him.
What did he lie about?
He lied about his age. He told me he was 42. I guess he thought that the large age gap would be a problem, but he was actually 47.
That's incorrect, Your Honor. I told her I was 44.
You told me you're 42.
Well, you told her an untruth about
I
your
did.
age. Okay, I got you. You told her untruth about your age. Go ahead, Ms. Ray.
Everything was good. We actually, since the day we met, we hung out every day for 3 months straight. And then he cheated.
And tell me the circumstances of the cheat and how you found out.
We had a conversation and I told him that I'm not the type of person to go through another person's phone. But all the familiar signs started to come up. When he was very secretive. When he went to the bathroom, he took his phone. When he sat on the couch but he wanted to get something to drink, he took his phone. When he went to sleep, it was under his pillow. He took his phone. When he came over one day,
He left. I went to call him to tell him he forgot the food that I got for him. The phone rang in my house. I knew I had about 5 minutes before he had to come back because I lived on a one-way street, so he had to go all the way around. I went through his phone. My gut feeling said something was happening, and there were messages. You're pretty, I miss you, I can't wait to see you again, and...
This was 3 months into the relationship,
3 months.
approximately?
Your Honor, we were not exclusive at that time.
You're at my house every single day. How are we not exclusive?
Now, Ms. Ray, I'm going to have to land with Mr. Lamb on this one. Women make an assumption after a certain period of time, if we're with you, that you've decided that we're exclusive. Just because you're hanging out every day for 90 days doesn't mean there is a decision that you're exclusive.
Then why are you at my house?
Yeah, he slept because you let him sleep with you without any declaration.
We hadn't slept together yet.
Whatever, but there was no declaration. We are a couple and we are exclusive. You said you hadn't slept together yet?
Nope.
Then you weren't exclusive.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You made that assumption. You never sat down and have a conversation. What are we doing here? Where are we going? What's happening? I want to be with you.
We had a conversation. He asked me if I wanted more kids. We had the conversation.
No, that's not the conversation. That's a conversation. We interject what we want to hear in that conversation, and y'all know it, too. It's not just us. You dance all around it, but you don't actually say it, and then you rest on the fact that you didn't actually say it, but you know that everything you did and everything you said would lead us to believe.
The common denominator, you're right, the common denominator that she's refusing to bring out is that we had a mutual agreement that we weren't going to go through each other's phones. She would never have found out about the girl that I was seeing if she hadn't gone through my phone in the first place.
That is not true. That is not true.
You tell me what's true.
Because I actually got an app with a second phone number and contacted him myself. Within 24 hours, he decided to tell me that I looked good because I sent him a fake picture of this girl. I looked good, contacted, wanted to meet up, went to the place to meet up with me, didn't know I was there, took pictures. So that's not true.
That just shows how devious she is. Why would she have to use a separate app, use a separate phone number, and send me a picture of somebody else pretending to be her?
Because she wanted to catch you.
And she did. But we weren't exclusive.
Thank you.
So it didn't matter what she called me doing. We weren't exclusive.
And I understand that, Mr. Lamb, and you did assume exclusivity that wasn't there, but you led her to believe that. You know
I don't believe I did, Your Honor.
Oh, sure you did. Sure you did. So what happened after you caught him? Because to me, if you hadn't slept with him yet and you caught him on a cheat or what you thought was a cheat, that's a bounceable moment.
He left. We got in an argument. He left for 3 weeks. I thought it was done and over with until he came back before my birthday and knocked on my door. Mm-hmm. And he showed up, and I'm like, what are you doing here? Mm-hmm. I wanted to apologize. I couldn't take it anymore that I cheated on you.
This is after the 15 voice messages that she left me, crying and begging me to come back.
That was not true.
Okay.
Did you ask him to come back?
No, I asked him to talk to me. He blocked me. He blocked my phone number, blocked me on social media. Because I don't like leaving things undone. So you can't just do something to me and leave. No, I want to know why you did it and what your excuse was. But he didn't talk to me for 3 weeks. So I was like, okay, I'm done. 3 weeks, we're good. You came to my house. I didn't come to yours.
How long did it take him to talk his way in the house?
20 minutes.
20 seconds, Your Honor.
20 minutes.
I think it's just like that movie. He had you at hello. The fact that you were out, that he was out there, you were letting him back in.
I did go back to her apartment, and when I knocked on the door and she opened it, everything was a surprise.
That is not true. Yeah, surprise.
She was surprised to see me. She talked to me, invited me in, and here we are.
And you were glad he was back, too. Now, you come on in here looking large and in charge, but that's what you did.
It didn't go exactly like that. But yes, he's back, obviously.
After that, were there any other instances where you found him cheating or inappropriately using social media?
About a month ago, he was on social media commenting on somebody's breast and asking for submissive women, saying he was single.
Asking for submissive women?
He wants a submissive woman. He told somebody he wanted a submissive woman and told the girl he wanted to get to know her and asked her how big her boobs were.
Mr. Lamb, is that accurate?
That is true. However, that was just meaningless flirtation. Some girl actually commented on me on Facebook, commented about my looks or whatever, so I responded that way.
It was one-sided.
However, what she's talking about, I have a classmate that I haven't seen in years, and she may be misconstruing these two people, but this girl just had emergency breast cancer surgery because she had cancer years ago, and she had to go back to the hospital. So I did comment on this one girl, how good she looked, and I did say something about her breasts in the comment because I knew her from school. She lives in another state.
Well, it wasn't sexual, was
no,
it?
that one was
that is
not sexual,
correct.
but she's confusing
the
those two.
Facebook message says they were just becoming friends at the top. And at the bottom, it was just his conversation. I'd like to get to know you. How big are your boobs? If you've known this woman, why are you telling her you want to get to know her?
The woman she's talking about is someone different.
I got you.
Yeah.
So I got the lay of the land with respect to social media. Now I also understand there is an issue with the finances, so I want to talk about that.
I took out the money because I didn't want to argue with him, counted $400. We're in a van with no AC. All the windows are down, driving through Arizona. $100 flies out the window. And I said, well, we're down to $300.
So, Mr. Lamb, we want to talk about financial issues, and as I noted at the top, you had been here before with a previous relationship, and you had financial issues with her, too.
Yes,
so I'm going to roll what we did the last time to see if the problem is any different this time.
This past January, actually right before New Year's, I went to the bank. It was a weekend. Didn't have any cash. I went to the bank to get a few $100 out so she and I could go do something for the weekend.
Right.
And when I went to the bank, I found out that we were not only flat broke, all the accounts that I had
were empty.
Stored, yeah, savings account, the house fund, it's demolished.
I remember that.
Yes.
You had more hair, but you had more belly.
I did.
So okay, less there, less there. It's all right. Why don't you tell me what your financial issues are with Ms. Ray?
Basically, she likes to shop, and she always wants money to go out and do things like that, shopping, and I'm not a shopper. I am a frugal guy, or some people might say cheap, okay?
Right. Very cheap.
I don't spend money just, crazy like. I like to keep it in control, and she unfortunately doesn't like that.
Well, first of all, you living together?
Sometimes. I have my own
Not
place,
really.
but we do stay together sometimes.
But you're not living together.
No.
Yeah. Tell me about the $400 test he put you through, because I thought that was deep.
Okay, so we went on a family trip, and he asked me to hold $400. Now, if I spend money the way he says, why are you asking me to hold your money? Second, I held the $400. We went on the trip. We had fun. We didn't spend any money out of my pocket or out of my purse. Everything we spent came from him. When we got in the car, we are on our way back home. He asked, how much money do we have left? I thought that was odd since we didn't spend any of my money. Or
of the money you were holding, yeah.
Right. So I took out the money because I didn't want to argue with him, counted $400. We're in a van with no AC. All the windows are down, driving through Arizona. $100 flies out the window. And I said, well, we're down to $300. He thought I was kidding. Don't joke about my money. I'm not kidding. It flew out the window. Don't play with me, put it away, until we got home. When we got back to my house, he asked for his money, and I handed him $300. Where's the other 100? I told you, it flew out the window. You thought I was kidding. I wasn't kidding. What did I do?
Did you ask her to hold $400? And if so, why did you?
Your Honor, it was a test. I didn't wake up that day thinking I was going to give her some money to hold for me. I had some shorts on that didn't have pockets.
Right.
They're really comfortable shorts. She was sitting 2 feet away from me in the minivan. So I gave her, it was actually $600. So I gave her the money to hold because she has a little zip pocket in her purse where she can stuff the money. No big deal. The day goes on, great. We have a terrific time. On the way home, we were in northern Arizona, not Phoenix, and it wasn't even summertime. The window was only cracked maybe this much,
Oh my
okay?
God, no, it wasn't.
Okay. Anyway, if $100 flew out of her purse and out the window, I'm 2 feet away from her. I would have heard it. I would have seen it. I would have slammed on those brakes, and we would have pulled over and looked for that $100. She didn't say a damn thing until we got home, and I asked for the money.
Well, what do you think happened to the money? Because you were together all day long. Exactly. You didn't see any packages with clothes, boots in it. What? How did she spend it without you knowing about it?
She didn't spend it. She put it somewhere else in her purse, away from the rest of the money. And then when I asked for it, it was gone. Exactly.
No,
and then
not
to
true.
finish the story, later that night, I was pretty much done with it. I was heated. It was an argument. No. But I went ahead and went to bed because she lives closer to where I worked at the time. So I was in bed about 9:30, 10 o'clock. She comes in the bedroom and throws $100 at me. A miraculous recovery of $100.
No, and he's lying. Because what happened when he got mad and started storming around my house, throwing around my things in my house, I called my friend who owed me money, asked her to bring me the money she owes me, and I gave it to him from her.
Just to keep him quiet.
So he could shut up. I should have kicked him out of my house.
But there's no way that $100 just flies out the freaking window. That doesn't happen. Doesn't sprout wings.
He took the video game, the TV, locked it in his car. We do this tit for tat. So I said, you know what? Electricity's off. You don't get to use, don't charge your phone. Don't use my microwave. Don't eat my food. If you want to play This Is Mine, don't do it.
Would you stay with a partner who lied about their age? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/divorce court. Divorce Court will be right back. You guys have only been together a year, so I think it's deep that you guys even know what the other one has financially. I just, you know what I mean? I was married 5 years before I could tell my husband. You know what I mean? It's just to me, a year is nothing. You fight all the time, is that right?
That's correct.
Tell me what you fight about.
Petty things. Anything that it's just petty. We could fight about, we fought over a video game. My kids like to play video games. He has video games at my house. They're not allowed to play when he's not there. So when he gets there, they ask. He still tells them no. And I'm like, you can't tell a child they can't play when you're here and when you're not here. Mm-hmm. That doesn't make sense. If that's the case, get it out of my house.
So you guys got into a bad argument about that?
Oh, he took the video game, the TV, locked it in his car. We do this tit for tat. So I said, you know what? Electricity's off. You don't get to use, don't charge your phone. Don't use my microwave. Don't eat my food. If you want to play This Is Mine, don't do it.
Mr. Lamb, your version of that
Your
event?
Honor.
Didn't the police end up getting called?
Not on this one.
Not on that one. Before that, the police got called and I called them because I asked him to take me. One of my children was in the hospital. I asked him to take me. He didn't want to take me until his movie was over. Pause the movie. My child is in the hospital. So I left. I came back. I said, why am I leaving? This is my house. You get out of my house. He didn't want to leave. He took forever to take his stuff, and I locked him out when he went outside. He kicked my door in. So I called the police.
Mr. Lamb, did all that occur?
I had just gotten home from work, and yeah, I have a PS4 at their place, okay? Whoop-de-doo, no big deal. I don't mind that they play it. I had just gotten in from working 15 hours. I sat down on the couch. 5 minutes I'd been home, or I say home, but her place. I turned on the news. All of a sudden, her 8-year-old daughter wants to play. I'm like, well, look, I want to watch the news. I want to settle in, get in comfortable and just relax. All of a sudden, the 8-year-old runs to Mommy. Mommy, Dale won't let me play.
Okay. She lives there. You don't.
Is it my PS4 or is it not?
Then take it out of my house.
And I did. But the point is, I don't mind them playing the games. We have video game time all the time. This particular day, I wanted to watch the news.
I just didn't feel like it. Now, I have some things I want to say. You all like them, but I don't care.
How long should you date someone before he or she meets your kids? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
This situation makes me crazy, and let me tell you why. You've been dating for a year. He's staying over there with your kids in the house. They got the PlayStation. You're fighting about that. You're fighting about money like you're a married couple. Don't play house. You know what I mean? And you can't get married because he's already married, right? To the woman we saw on the videotape,
She
right?
won't divorce me for some reason.
he shouldn't be in your house. He shouldn't be staying there. You know what I mean? I understand, you know, if divorce proceedings were started and stuff and you're dating and whatever, but don't move him in and just hope he'll start divorce proceedings. You have to have boundaries. Y'all shouldn't be fighting about money because your money is your money, her money is her money. Y'all shouldn't be putting each other out when you have an argument. You're teaching your kids not to have a resolution to arguments. You're teaching your kids, well, I get mad, well, I'm going to put them out. I'm going to put all my little stuff, you know, with every temper tantrum you have, with every epithet you hurl, you teach your children how to feel. And you're teaching your children that every argument is worthy of a grand departure and a police arrival. Let's not do that.
Your Honor, can I say something?
No. Are you getting a divorce?
Yes.
For real?
When?
I have done all that I can do.
You were here a couple of years ago with that.
5. And I've done all that I can do. Her and I actually stayed together for another 2 years after that video. But I have just contacted her last week. I've given her everything she needs to file the paperwork. It's basically in her court, and she's in Arizona.
Ain't no such thing. If you want a divorce, you bop on down to court and you file.
Okay.
She is required to respond in a certain amount of time, and then you go from there. You don't have to have agreement. All you have to have is conviction. And the filing fee. That's it, and that's all. You put him out and don't let him back until he's filed that paperwork. This matter is adjourned.
I said I wanted to be married before I was 35, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. I'm just going to have to deal with myself and my kids, and if it happens, it happens.
Yeah, my divorce is not the only thing holding me back from being with Keisha. We have some financial issues, and there's some other little dynamics that we need to work out that a few came out here today.
Today on Divorce Court.
Harris, I am here because I am sick and tired of the cheating, the lies, the mistrust issues that we have between each other, and I want you to know that it has to end now.
I'm tired of you giving your money to other women when you should be taking that and spending it on us, on our family. I'm tired of it. I don't even know if I could trust you again.
You can trust me. I've made mistakes. You made mistakes,
Yes,
but it
I
has
didn't
to stop
cheat on
today.
you with your friend.
Same with you. You weren't supposed to cheat on me.
You forgave me, so now it's an issue.
The first time I
again?
forgave you.
Kelvin,
the second time I
you
forgave you.
Yes, so
How many
so it's
times am I
okay for you
supposed
to go
forgive you?
screw my friend. It's okay for you to sleep
you
with
said it
my
was okay.
friend.
You said
and
it was okay.
No, I didn't, Kelvin.
Yes, you did.
We need to do something about this today. It has to finish, and we have to come to a conclusion now.
Divorce Court is now in session.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Kelvin Rhodes and Jaharis Ogando. The two of you have been together for 5 years. You have one child together. You love each other, but you're not quite sure whether or not you're ready to get married. You have some issues you need to resolve. So you brought me your marriage license with permission to tear it up should I find your union ill-advised. You also filled out my compatibility test. And I have some things I would like to say about that. Before we get to there, Mr. Rhodes, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about this relationship, why you love her, but you're not quite sure you're going to walk down the aisle?
Because of the cheating. We've been in a relationship, and 2 years into the relationship, she started cheating on me, and that really just hurt me.
Give me stories about some of the cheats.
Well, I would look through her cell phone, and I would see text messages from other people, other guys wanting to meet up with her, which eventually led to her having an affair with one of her coworkers. Yes.
Now, was that was it an incident or was it an affair?
It was an affair. It was an affair.
Ms. Ogando, what do you have to say about that?
I did cheat on him, but it was because he wasn't showing me any attention after the 2 years of us being together. He wouldn't sleep with me. I'll throw myself at him, and he will completely ignore it. And what am I supposed to do? We're not intimate for more than 2 weeks, more than 3 weeks. So yes, I got close to a coworker. At first, it wasn't anything like that. We went out.
So was there no intimacy at all, or
No.
it was just infrequent?
It wasn't. It wasn't.
That's not true.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Hang on.
It went to one point. It was one one time where we didn't have any intimacy.
For
more
how
than
long a
3
period of
weeks,
time?
For almost a month. I would get it, and then we wouldn't even finish. He can't.
Because I was tired. I was
Oh, my
working
God.
12 hours a day, 7 days a week, every day.
What do you do?
I'm a truck driver.
Oh, okay. So those long haul trucks.
Yes.
You know, a month without happens on occasion, especially when
On
you have
occasion.
somebody has a grueling gig. Did you talk to him about it?
I
Did
did.
you?
I told him. I said, Kelvin, you're not. I'm throwing it at you. I'm throwing it at you, and it's like you're ducking. You're bobbing and weaving from it. Why are you doing? Oh, I'm tired,
You
baby.
weren't bobbing and weaving, were you?
Yes,
I was
yes.
just tired.
Yes, he was.
I was just tired all the time.
All the
She
time.
wasn't that tired to where when I came home, I caught her in bed with someone else. She wasn't tired then.
He wasn't.
Tell me
doing
what
it.
happened.
At that time, I had changed jobs and I had started going over the road from state to state.
Right.
So I came home. I told her that I was going to be going somewhere one night, and it brought me through the house, which I went through. But she didn't know that I was coming through the house. So I pull up in the yard in my truck, and I have an 18-wheeler. She's so dead asleep, she doesn't even hear the truck pull up in the yard. And I see her car and another car in the house. I'm like, who in the world is this? So I disarm the alarm, walk in the house, walk in, and catch her and him in the bed together.
Ms. Agando, would you like to respond to that?
I did. By this point, we weren't doing anything, Judge. We weren't doing anything. And if we did, it was one day, and then the next time we did something, it was the next month. So yes, I did. By this time, I was already planning on leaving him. I was tired of it. I'm sure.
Beyond
Judge,
intimacy, was there a lack of affection in general?
Yes.
Because intimacy is one thing and affection is quite another.
It is. It was lack of intimacy. It was lack of affection. It was lack of everything. And still now, it's still lack of affection today, still.
Now, Mr. Rhodes, I'm right with you about the driving. I get that, and I get tired. I get
too.
all of that. But, you know, putting an arm around a woman, baby, you look good, then you pass out. It's always available to you. You know, to feed her need probably doesn't take as long as you would think.
But see, what she's not telling you is when I did come home, she would go out with her friend. She would leave me at home with the kids. and
He's
she would
doing
go out.
all this. He's saying all this, but he's not telling you. He's so perfect, but he's not telling you he slept with
just
my
said I was
friend.
perfect.
My friend. My friend.
When did that happen?
That just recently happened, a few months ago. What we're talking about happened 2 years ago with me. I stopped. But he's not telling
She
you
didn't
he
stop
just...
because she was still talking to this guy earlier this year.
I can't help that. So we have to communicate from time to time. He just slept with my friend which it didn't just happen once. It happened multiple times.
3 times.
Multiple times.
Only 3, Joe.
Right,
It's only 3.
But Judge, she told me that maybe I should sleep with her friend. When I first met her friend, 2 weeks after meeting her, I told her, Jaharis, this lady's not your friend. She's making hits at me. She's making moves at me.
Before,
Ms. O'Gannon,
2 years.
Okay.
Give me your version of that.
When she was making advances towards him, as he says, I wasn't worried about it. I never would have.
Why weren't you worried about it?
Because I would have never figured of him. You would think that he would cheat on me. He would go for a Beyonce, not for a
Oh,
Precious.
I said you so bad you ain't worried about other women.
No, not that I'm so
because you're
bad.
gorgeous. No, you are.
Thank you.
You're absolutely gorgeous.
But
and I
you
get
would
that.
but you would think that he would go above and I'm cheating. If I'm cheating on him, I'm gonna go for something that's better. That's done.
Ms. Oganda,
No.
let me.
No, she didn't.
No. Let me explain something to you about men. Even famous, beautiful women get cheated on. It's not
I
about
know
simply
that.
a beauty
Even Beyonce.
thing. It's just it's their thing. And your friend is not your friend if she's hitting on your man.
She wasn't, yes.
Yeah, she's not. She can be kind to you, she can be nice to you, she can lend you money, but if she's hitting on your man, she's not your friend.
Okay, Judge.
And you don't leave it there to allow him to be weak with it. Do you know what I'm saying? But anyway, I just won't say before we say anything else, this is a before your vows. Deep. Very, very deep. So we're going to figure out what else is going wrong and then find out why you're still considering getting married anyway.
She would tell me that she's going out with her friends. Oh, we'll be back by 9, 12 at the latest. I'm thinking PM. She shows up in the AM. Then she tells me that she will call me and, let me know how everything's doing. Then I won't hear from her again until 11, 12 o'clock the next morning.
clearly you have trust issues, and for legitimate reasons, because everybody has done their dirt. But you say even now she goes out and is unaccounted for long periods of time. Tell me about that.
She would tell me that she's going out with her friends. Oh, we'll be back by 9, 12 at the latest. I'm thinking PM. She shows up in the AM. I mean, she shows.
How often does that happen? Is that a rare occurrence, or
well, lately it's been
event?
rare, but at first it used to be all the time. It's like she would go out. I would say, Jaharis, why are you not answering your phone when I call you? Oh, I left my phone in the car, or I cut it off because I didn't want to lose it. I left it at the house or something like that. And I'm like, that's not a good thing to do when you got me here with the kids. What if somebody has to go to the emergency room? You don't know nothing. Then she tells me that she will call me and, you know, let me know how everything's doing. She'll probably call me once around 10 or 11 o'clock at night. Then I won't hear from her again until 11, 12 o'clock the next morning.
Ms. Aganda, what do you want to say about that?
He says now lately it's been real. Lately I haven't been doing it at all. But when I was doing it, I didn't even want to be home. So yes, I would go out with my girlfriends and stay over their house. No, I don't bring my phone out with me when we go to a bar or a lounge or whatever it is because I don't want to lose it. So yes.
Why didn't you want to be home? What was going on there that was so unpleasant?
He always thinks he's right. He's never wrong, ever. For example, yesterday,
Okay. All right.
coming here. We're getting dropped off to the airport, and the person that's dropping us off is telling us, so where do I go? I don't know where I'm going. We both say left and right at the same time. I say go right, he says go left. So going right is gonna take us the same way where we're going. Going left is gonna go all the way around to the highway. I'm like, what are you doing? Why are you? Because you don't know what you're talking about. If you listen to her, she's gonna have you in South Africa somewhere.
I was in the front seat.
The point is,
right?
look, you see?
It was the same thing. It was just
he has
30
to be
seconds
right.
different.
He has to be right.
So why wouldn't you just let her go right?
Because the girl asked me, she said, which way should we go?
And she jumped in.
And she jumped in,
She says, she didn't ask him, Kelvin, or whatever. She said, okay, so where do I go? She generally stated it, and he has to be right.
I hear this from a lot of women, and I've been trying to articulate it in a manner that might make sense to the guys about whom they say it. The best I've come up with is this. She feels like you tell her she's not right a lot, and that it's really important for you to tell her she's not right. And you can't even let something go because she needs to know she's not right. Do you understand what I'm saying with that?
I understand what you're saying.
Do you think any of that might be going on?
I'm not trying to fire her, but she doesn't want anybody to listen to nobody but her.
That's not true.
I give Jaharis advice. She won't take advice from me, but if Joe or somebody else gives her advice, it's like somebody just turned the light on in the room and she's like, oh, I never knew about that.
That's not true.
I could tell her the exact same thing that you would tell her, and she won't listen to me because it came from me.
It's just sometimes you have to hear it from somebody else.
Right.
Sometimes you have to hear someone else say the same thing that this person that thinks they're always right. To get a clear understanding.
I think I understand what you're saying.
I would tell her stuff like, you know, we need to work on straightening out our credit and stuff. We need to do this.
Well, I do want let's take a moment then, because I do want to switch gears a little bit here and talk about finances, because again, that's another major issue in your relationship, and it's often what trips people up when they actually do get married.
Yes.
He is giving money to a woman left and right every other day. $100, $275 another day. The next day, $15 for smoke.
But she
so
does the same thing.
You're telling me that she needed cigarettes, so you gave her $15 because she wanted cigarettes.
Do you feel a relationship can survive if one person always has to be right? Tell us what you think at facebook.com/Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
Mr. Rhodes, you have concerns with respect to how she spends money. Please share them with me.
Okay.
Man, she has packages coming to the door left and right from online and stuff. I'll be sitting outside and the mailman will come up and he'll be like, oh man, I'm glad this package isn't like the one from a few days ago. I'm like, what package? And he tells me stuff like, a package came here a couple of days ago, 3 boxes, and I had to get help to move it in the house. And packages, we'll be sitting at the house, I'll open the door, packages sitting on the porch. I'm like, what is this? Did you order this? She was like, I don't remember ordering it. It has your name on the package. It's attached to your credit card. Oh, I ordered this? I don't remember. Open it up, let's see what it is. And then there's something in there, and she's like, Oh, I did order it.
Now, Ms. Oganda, are you spending more money than is comfortable with?
Sometimes.
When you consider how much is coming in.
Sometimes I am. Sometimes I am. But Judge, it may sound like I'm trying to justify what I'm doing, but he is giving money to a woman left and right every other day. He was giving, this woman would ask him, and this is not the same woman.
Just a friend of his?
So he says, somebody that he's interested in. Speaking of money and trust.
Are you giving money to some other woman?
I have done it before.
Yes.
Is it one particular woman, or do you dole out money?
And it only lasted for like 2 or 3 weeks.
But I saw it on his app, and I'm scrolling, I'm like, looking, oh my God. What? I needed money this day.
Yeah, well, she got
yes. it. $100, $275 another day. The next day, $15 for smoke.
But she
so
does
you're
the
telling
same
me
thing.
you're telling me that she needed cigarettes, so you gave her $15 because she wanted cigarettes.
Now, Mr. Rose, what's up with that? You know that's crooked, right?
$700.
You know that ain't straight.
Wrong, Judge.
Hang on. You know that ain't straight, right?
Yes, I know.
$700.
What were you trying to accomplish?
She asked me to help her get on her feet.
Oh my God.
And Jaharis took it upon herself to text the lady back as if she were me and ask her when would she pay me back.
Right.
And the lady told her, she said, I told you that once I get on my feet, that I would pay you back.
Okay,
so that's all
it's been a while.
Let me get hey. There is a general rule about loaning money when you're in a relationship.
He gave her money. I'm sorry.
To loan, to give, or otherwise, to take financial strength out of the house and put it in somebody else's house. Everybody got to be on board with it because everybody's living in the same house. I had a friend of my husband call once. You know, I do okay economically. People see that. Someone called, said, I need a down payment of $3,000. Can I borrow it from him? And I said, yeah, you can lend it to him as long as he's got a room for you in that house with him.
Exactly. Exactly. Yes.
That's because we're defending our gate.
Right.
We're defending our bank. This is our house. So before you either give it to the internet people or you give it to the woman across the street. I don't know if she crossed the street. I just made that up.
Judge Toler,
but
look,
no. You know what, Ms. Ogando, I'm gonna tell you something. If you ever want to be successfully married, you gotta know when to stop talking.
Thank you.
You really do.
And see, she gets mad.
You really do. I know a thing or two.
She gets mad at me when
you just as bad.
No.
You interrupted me while I'm telling her don't interrupt me.
This is the only time I can talk to her.
If you want to be successfully married, you gotta know when to stop talking. So I'm gonna leave that there. We're gonna talk about the compatibility test, and then I'm gonna give you my best advice.
Okay.
How should financial decisions be made in a relationship? Share your opinion on Twitter and Instagram at Divorce Court. Divorce Court will be right back.
I gave you a compatibility test, and my man over here, when I asked, list 5 things wrong with you, what did you do?
With me?
Yeah. What did you write down?
Nothing.
There you go.
I know I'm not perfect, but...
Not ready to get married. And let me tell you why. When you can't list what's wrong with you, you can't make room for it. You can't make adjustments to it. So what's wrong with you doesn't collapse the marriage. You've got to not only know that you're not perfect, you got to know in what manner you're not perfect and understand how that will wear on a marriage. So until you're there, you're not ready to marry. You've got to be strong, whole way. There's this thing called a married state of mind. A married state of mind is, oh, he's making me unhappy for 30 days. Let me go see what's up. Let me deal with it. Let me find a good book until my mind is right and I can talk to him. It's not let me go sleep with my coworker. That's what a married state of mind is. A married state of mind is I'm willing to be unhappy for a little while and ride this rough road with you as opposed to find my comfort elsewhere. That's a married state of mind. Neither one of you has a married state of mind. It's a zero-sum situation. Either you're winning or she's winning. But there's never a point at which the relationship gets a win. We're not doing that. We're just not doing that. You have to understand what it is. If you even want to consider getting married, I would go through marriage counseling first. So you get an idea of what it is and how compatible you are with the process, because it's a lot of work and it's a lot of not getting what you want, when you want it, how you want it, and being okay with it and not going outside the marriage to deal with it. And neither one of you is ready to do that. Good luck to the both of you. This matter is adjourned.
I know that I'm not perfect. I know that I've made mistakes. I know that I've done things that I shouldn't have done, and I know how to change those things. I know that Jaharis is a good person. She has flaws, and so do I. And if she's willing, I forgave her. Hopefully she's willing to forgive me.
I believe that I do still want to be with him because aside from the cheating and everything that has stopped, he's a great man. He loves my children that aren't his, as well as the one that is his. He takes care of us, and I take care of him too. Everything stopped.